Hello, everybody.
Hello. It's Tuesday.
Did you forget what day it was? Were you like, what?
Yes. I had to double check just to make sure. It is Tuesday. It is Enzo Ferrari's birthday.
Happy birthday, Enzo Ferrari. Probably rolling in his goddamn grave about the state of Formula One, but that's fine.
Oh, absolutely. Rolling in his grave that I released a podcast talking about his love life today.
Wait, what? His love life?
About how he cheated on his wife and had liaisons with other women, and including the mistresses of his dead drivers, which I think is crazy. Yeah, it's all in the podcast. Just to go have a little listen. Deadly Passions, Terrible Joys.
We'll drop that link in there.
It was fun. It was really fun.
At least he didn't cheat with his dead drivers. Thanks, secret ingredient.
I mean, you never know.
What we don't know, we don't know. Call him Benzo Ferrari, the way he get down.
Yeah. Like,
chat, behave. Yeah. Jeez, we just started.
It is 12:30 here in the Central Time Zone, which means it is time to get crazy.
It's time to get crazy. Anything I need to catch you up on? Did I tell you about the birds?
No.
Oh, I went on a Discord minor rant. There's this cardinal who won't shut the fuck up every day in the morning, and he's just like, no one's sleeping with him. There's no other cardinals in our area. He just needs to go somewhere else, and he keeps chirping in our neighborhood. And like, bro, I get it. Spring's coming. You're feeling nervous. Like, you need to pass on your seed, but you're not doing it outside my window. I need you to please leave.
Why not?
There's no one there. It's just him.
Well, maybe he just likes to hear himself sing. Have you ever considered that he has hobbies?
Why does he have to do them outside my window at like 7 a.m.?
Why shouldn't he do it outside your window at 7 a.m.? Where else is he supposed to go?
A field? Open an opera house?
You have fields in Charlotte?
The football field is right there.
That's not a real field.
The Panthers
aren't
using it. What do you mean it's not a real field?
That is a manicured lawn. That's not a real field.
We got their practice field. Does that count?
No.
We have a bunch of parks. Can you just go chirp there?
I mean, he could, but maybe he just likes your house. He's performing for you, and you're not even giving him a round of applause.
No, he's not. Just imagine a little bird with like a little cardboard thing. It's like Venmo at Red Cardinal 79. If you like these chirps, send me a tip.
Pass his phone back to you and be like, it's gonna ask you a question real quick.
Okay. 10, 20, 30. How much would you like to tip this bird singing? There's some other birds singing. And I just realized I was sitting on the couch before this podcast. And I was like, oh my God, there's more birds chirping. And I was like, Ashley, it's spring. What is wrong with you? Like, are you turning into Clint Eastwood? What's happening?
I
I'm just so
I went
grumpy about the
outside the other
noise.
night and I was like, there's bugs. Like there's bugs making noise. What? I completely forgot that like it gets warm here and then things come back to life. It's been so long.
Except it's going to snow-ish kind of again in the Charlotte area tomorrow morning. So,
Yeah, I think it's gonna drop to like 27 degrees overnight,
ooh.
which I don't want it. I want it to be done. I actually I'm lying. I am interested in wearing a sweater for like one more week and
Yeah,
then we
yeah.
can be done with this. Throw that in the trash.
Yeah, I'm with I want to get Chat's feeling on this cuz it was warm last weekend. It was like 70 degrees and it's fine. Like obviously I prefer the warmth. But I like cold cuz you can just like bundle up and wear big sweaters and there's sweatpants and no one's judging. You're all just cozy and blah blah blah. And if you just get cold, you just put on more layers and no one's judging
Yeah.
you. But like if you're hot, like there's only I don't want to wear shorts and like I don't know. I'm a fan of
Yeah.
cold weather clothes, but I like warm weather.
That's fair. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, I grew up in Michigan. I think my
Go
body
blue.
is built for cold, and not heat. And now I live in Texas and I just kind of have to endure. But yeah, it gets to when it's like 110 in the summer,
Mm.
I just like kind of consider dying.
I'm with Ash on dressing for winter, but once you hit -5, looking good goes out the window.
Yeah. I like crisp. I don't like cold. I like crisp. Where like the sun's out and it's nice, and if you're sitting down, you'll want a sweater. But if you're up moving around, you probably don't want one. That's what I love.
I've realized that's a lot why a lot of people move to the West Coast, specifically like California, because they
Yeah.
get a lot of that weather and no humidity or bare, like not as much as bad humidity as on the East Coast. I'm like, oh, this
Or
is why everyone goes
maybe,
to California.
yeah, maybe if they had humidity, they wouldn't light on fire.
Marco lives in Brazil, so on the other half of the world. He says 90 degrees Fahrenheit here. Can you guys send some snow over?
You can have some, absolutely. We don't need that.
I think your summer is ending, right, Marco? It's the opposite of what we are, and you're going into fall, and then you'll have your winter while we have our summer. But Godspeed. 110 sucks around here in the summer in Texas. Yeah,
Amen.
it's roof.
Yeah,
I don't
you go
like it.
when you go outside and like you're instantly just damp because you have started to sweat already.
Ew.
Least favorite time of the year. When you're walking in somewhere and you get like the sweat between your legs, I hate it. Like it is a sensory nightmare.
To tie this to motorsports, this is why when I go to the racetrack, I'm always like, how do I say this? The people who look really good are not outside. They're in the paddock
Yes.
club. And everyone's like, I want to look
Yes.
good when I go to a racetrack. And I'm like, no, that's awesome, but it's also not functional and you will
Mm-hmm.
not be comfortable. Like,
Mm-hmm.
please just wear sneakers, wear the gym shorts. Indy
Mm-hmm.
500, oh my God, gym shorts, sun shirt, tank top underneath. I was just vibing. Hat. I was like, I don't care about, it's all about functionality. And if you can look good while being
Exactly.
functional, great. But like, the purpose of going to the racetrack should be to be functional. I mean, obviously to watch the racing, but I mean, whatever you're wearing. So
Yeah.
I feel like we're getting mixed messages in motorsports sometimes, especially in the F1 space when people like,
Mm-hmm.
especially women are always like, these are the outfits I would wear. And I'm like, oh,
Maybe put the stilettos down and consider a different shoe option. Like there's
you look
I
great,
really
but like,
I respect like the Pinterest vibe of
it's a
like
lot on
I have
grass.
something. But when you get there, there's nothing at especially at the US Grand Prix, there's
Mm,
nothing. There's
mm.
not a single shade in sight. You have to bring that shade yourself, or else you're just gonna roast. You're just gonna be a, I don't know, little rotisserie chicken.
Have you seen this? There are shoes that you can like change the heels, so you can bring like
I have
you
seen
could
those.
wear like the fancy heel for like pictures and
Hmm.
stuff, and then you can like swap it out for like the flat. Fun
Yeah,
fact,
for the walking around.
women of this podcast.
Yeah, I can't say whether or not they work well because I've never tried them, but perhaps maybe one day. I'm not ever gonna get rid of my Vans. I love wearing those at racetracks.
You must have really good
Sorry.
arches then.
Not really. I just endure.
You just deal with the van. Someone said go high top, Converse high top supremacy, and I'm like, yeah, flat shoes are hard though too, which we're walking around all day. What's a good
I used to
shoe?
wear,
Like Hoka's, like
yeah,
cushion. Call it a day.
your grandpa's New Balance.
Yeah, not the cool New Balance, the your
No,
grandpa's New Balance.
with a Dr. Scholl's insert.
Okay, Dr. Scholl sneakers are actually incredible and they look
Are
really
they?
good. Yeah, I have a white pair that I wore all last year
Hmm.
that I need to buy new ones because it just looks good and then it's just so comfy because it's Dr. Scholl's and I'm like, this is amazing.
I feel like I have to get a new pair of shoes for life, just for being at the racetrack. Because like last year it did get kind of brutal. Because my poor feeties. I need something that's cute, but that also doesn't make me want to die when I'm standing for the entire 58 lap US Grand Prix waiting for someone to come talk to me in the media pen.
And sunscreen.
Yeah, sunscreen is critical. That's a thing that I never do enough of. That is my bad. That is my fatal flaw. It's
The
my
sun's a
hubris.
deadly laser.
Hmm.
Scholl's inserts are so comfy. Thank you, CD. That's what I'm saying. The inserts, their shoes, they're incredible. This is if Scholl's can sponsor this podcast, that'd be great. I think we'd be the first
Honestly,
influencers under the age of 85, and then we would also. I love their shit. I like promoting stuff that I know works, and that is their shoes.
yes. Christopher, turn your mic off.
Chaps in here. Should we get started with our rapper? Okay, let's try that again. Should we get started, Elizabeth, with our rapid fire news? Because I know how to enunciate words.
Yes.
Okay.
We have some things to talk about, specifically, a thing we will get into later on, the F-175 launch. So we have the full season, full field, all 10 teams, perhaps some of the drivers, maybe not all of them, will be launching their cars together at the O2 Center today, and we will be streaming that and live reacting along the way if you want to stick around with us for that. But it is it is rumored the race.com has received an anonymous quote from a driver that says, "I am not wasting my time on that," regarding the whole event. So I am interested to see who shows up. I know Oliver Behrman is there. Oliver Behrman admitted that he failed his driving test to get his actual road license. And who else? Jack Doohan is there, and he is annoyed that everyone keeps saying Franco Colapinto is better. Um, that's about all I've got.
I don't know if it's better. It's just Flavio Briatore doesn't like you, and then you're going to be
Yeah.
replaced. All the
Sorry.
signs are there. I don't know how to
Yeah.
tell you this, sir. And I understand why he's annoyed. He's not wrong. But he's either got to fight for it or his manager needs to. Who is his manager? I actually didn't research that.
That's a good question.
So,
I think he should just double down, because I feel like there's no winning at this point. I don't think you're winning Flavio Briatore back, but I feel like he should just double down and start calling him the Flav, and that's it.
oh, just say some crazy ass shit and just embrace it that
Mm-hmm.
that you're being replaced and just not coming
Mm-hmm.
back.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess some drivers didn't want to attend, but they came out with a whole list of what's happening, of who's going to be there. I think every single driver was listed, as far as I know. Some UK comedian who I don't know, but Reddit people did not like
I,
him.
so I've heard of this guy before, and I didn't realize that I had until I was talking to my British colleagues at planetf1.com last night. Apparently, this guy is like he's big overseas, but he's one of the people who just like you bring him over here in the United States and he just doesn't click. But I feel like I've watched one of his documentary specials in the past where he like goes on road trips with his dad.
Oh, there's a lot of that. He's a nepo baby, and like his dad's the one
Yeah.
who's funny, and people like him. There's a lot of that, and Jack Whitehall. I don't know if anyone's from the UK in here that can tell us how we feel about it, but um, imagine a
We don't.
painfully upper class English student pretending to be cool. That's Jack Whitehall. Oh,
Chauncey, thank you.
oh, so that's all of Formula One. Okay, great. Like, I'm glad we're there.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad he fits right in.
Yeah.
Nepo comedians for Nepo drivers.
We've got Machine Gun Kelly, which
The representation of the United States here is yet again someone went to an airport, grabbed a brochure, and then left, and then never set foot in the United States. I hate that they do this for every single United States race and how they
Mm-hmm.
promote it. And then we have two people, MGK, who's now lowercase, by the way. Everyone keeps putting his name as uppercase. He prefers lowercase now. He's evolved. And I just don't know when he's ever was relevant. The only time I ever heard about him was one when he was beefing with Eminem, and you can't do that because Eminem's going to kill you. That's exactly what he did. And then two, he like his ex is Megan Fox, and apparently they drank
they
each
broke
other's
up?
blood. Yeah, they broke up. And I was like,
Ain't
that's
nothing,
weird. So like,
ain't
that's
nothing
the
wrong
fact
with
that's our
drinking a little
representation
blood.
of the United States is sad. And then we also have Kane Brown, which is like I guess, like I don't think F1 fans
Yeah.
listen to Kane Brown. Does this
It's
make
one of those
sense?
things where they announced the lineup, and I was like, I don't know who these people are. Like, surely with the clout and the pull that Formula One has, you could do better than Formula E in terms of getting talent for an event, but
I
I
do
guess
wonder
not.
why. Yeah, I'm surprised that it's those two and not like all the celebrities that come to the races. Like
Yeah.
we couldn't get, I don't know, who do we have singer wise that's been there?
Rihanna,
Wow, that would be
that'd be
sick.
sick.
That'd be so
I feel like
dope.
that'd be too much, probably
That'd be
over
too
the
cool.
top, but yeah, they wouldn't be able to handle that. But like there's got to be a different option.
Yeah, I don't know if it was too last minute and so because we've also had rumored stuff that a lot of teams were either going to do like watch-alongs or celebrations on like their Discord and their social media and stuff, and a lot of that has been pulled back. Either, and I don't know why. I don't know if that was the FIA directive, excuse me, saying like, hey, we're the only ones who are allowed to stream this and talk about this and blah blah blah, or teams were like, this is too much of a mess. We're gonna stop doing this.
Mm.
But I know a lot of teams, Alpine and such like that, we're thinking about doing watch-alongs or like a whole thing in their communities, and they pulled that back last minute
Boo. I feel
for
like
whatever reason.
there's got to be a massive amount of chaos that goes into organizing the live stream. I also feel like Formula One would want to have a lot of say over how that live stream goes. So we'll
Kevin
see.
says Genesis is in town. I'm sure that's true.
I hate Genesis.
Why do you hate Genesis?
They suck.
Oh wow, some strong
I'm,
feelings.
I'm sorry.
Damn. Chap
Genesis
said.
fucking sucks.
Chap says at Elizabeth, you suck. Yeah, you're gonna have some strong. I'm gonna clip that as a thing, and you're gonna get a lot of boomer F1 fans coming back at you.
Good. 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 I am one of them in the sense that I have held on to music that should have gone out of fashion many a year ago. I just like hair metal too much to give a fuck about whatever Genesis has to say to me.
You're tacky.
I'm aware that I'm tacky. I was goth in high school. You don't go to high school wearing bright red eyeliner if you're not tacky.
Yeah, I think Genesis is like fine. I don't know this other band. Obviously, not for me. I'm assuming. Who is this? Kane Brown, Jack Whitehall, and Take That. I don't even know who that is.
Take That is apparently the way that I've seen it
That's on
described
me.
is your mom's favorite band. So apparently this is, I don't know, something else that British people are aware of, but like a generation ago.
You know what would have actually been fucking good if they played on the whole Robbie Williams thing with that monkey movie that no one apparently liked in the United States, and people had to explain who Robbie Williams was, that he's big everywhere else, and like that would have been funny and also
Yeah.
fun because he also has relevant music to the United States that we actually know a few songs. That would have
Do
been
we?
cool. Yeah. There were two songs you definitely know by him, but you didn't realize they were by him. I don't know the names.
Gotcha.
You'd have to like sing it to you, which I'm not doing. That would have
Got
been
it.
fun.
Understood.
I don't even know any of these songs from these Take That, but that's good for them. Are we talking bands? We're talking about the F175 launch. I do know a few F1 TV people are going to be there. Laura, Lawrence,
For winter?
and Ariana.
Mhm.
Bravo. So that's good.
Which, interesting, good, enjoyable. I will be glad to see what the hell we end up. But we've also got more news as part of today's F1 Commission meeting. We are Monaco. Monaco has come up as a question of what the fuck do we do with this track and this race to make it interesting and good for people to watch in the year of our Lord 2025? They are considering increasing the number of mandatory pit stops in the race. So, c- competition cautions, basically.
Stage breaks. Let's
Stage
go.
breaks, baby. Rack them up and start them again.
I wonder how many. Just like one more? Because you obviously you already have to do one. That's mandatory.
Yeah,
So you need two different compounds. But like, what, you just need one more? I don't. Two more? I mean, what are we discussing here?
I guess. I mean, I think obviously the goal is to create additional strategy and to make things more interesting, kind of because as we saw last year, the top 10 started and finished in the same order. That's not fun. No overtaking. That's not interesting. I guess this would, I don't know. I mean, I understand kind of what they're considering here in the sense that maybe it would introduce another variable, but I feel like every single team is going to end up coming to the same conclusion, which is exactly what happened last year, which is exactly why we had the problem of the top 10 remaining the top 10 the entire race.
Um, yeah, we can also just not race there, but I know that's blasphemous.
I actually, Phil Horton, he's a journalist, just published a book that I'm very excited to read. He came up with this idea because Monaco is an exception anyway. Monaco is the only track, I think, like the distance of it does not conform to otherwise the FIA's standards for how long a racetrack should be to qualify for Formula One.
Hmm.
So if we're gonna do that, just have it be like a non-championship race or like for funsies or
That's never gonna happen.
for a cash prize
Yeah.
or something. Bring back the legit original meaning of Grand Prix and give them a big fat check. Like I would love that, but I don't think Formula One would ever let that happen.
Yeah, there's no way they would ever change it. Yeah, people say smaller cars, put them in go-karts, all this stuff. It's just no, it's just they wouldn't do that. Not especially not at F175, not this year.
No, absolutely not. This is not a guaranteed, like this is not a thing that they have said this is 100% happening.
Yeah.
This proposal is a proposal. It will be facing discussion. I am sure the teams and drivers will have a whole lot to say about this, but it's there. It is happening. Maybe.
Monaco run on tricycles. Who says no?
I mean, I say yes. Monaco foot race. I want to see those weenies run up a hill.
We do have IndyCar testing at Sebring currently. A lot of people calling Dixon Grandpa Dixon because he's not doing too well. Today he did a lot better, but also like it's testing. You also don't know what they're testing. Doesn't necessarily mean he's going to put on incredible lap times day after day. Maybe you don't know what they're doing. So it is funny to
Mm,
hear him being called Grandpa Dixon, but it's also like I think this man is okay. We don't need to call him
yeah.
Wash right away
Yeah.
in
I
IndyCar
feel like
testing.
that's getting a little too premature.
Yeah, we're gonna give me St. Pete and then we'll be fine. We'll talk
Yeah,
about
we're
that too.
gonna see him show up at a race and dominate fuel strategy yet again. And then we're gonna be like, yeah, okay, Dixon's we can't even say Dixon's so back because he never left.
He never left. Yeah, it's just all this. I love. I feel like this is gonna happen during F1 testing as well.
Mm,
Before the season, people are gonna see these times and stuff and be like, "Oh no, oh whatever."
yeah,
And like, like we're testing different things. Like we don't know what they're testing. We don't know what they're doing. We're gonna need to all
yeah,
simmer down a little bit and hedge our
yeah.
expectations.
Preseason testing is mostly just a process of making sure the car works. Uh, if you feel confident that it works, you are not going to push your car to the limits. Basically, like you don't want to ruin your car. You don't want to show your hand. You're just kind of there, making sure it's bits and pieces fall into place where they're supposed to go. So, if you're looking at the times and you're like, "Wow, that's crazy. We're in for such a good year." Take it a step back. They're not showing you their full hand. We won't know until St. Pete, which is coming up at the end of the month.
Chap saying if you're looking at Sebring times and seeing Connor Daly third and thinking that's entirely on merit, you're lying to yourself.
Correct.
Sad
That
Connor Daly noises.
they're just letting him have fun after he had a tough week.
It's been interesting. Do you so crypto always starting shit somewhere in the world. Supposedly, Connor Daly didn't have it signed, sealed, delivered about the Polkadot crypto sponsorship. And
Hmm.
then at the last, not the last minute, but like last week, the person who has the most voting shares founders of this crypto company, or is like a co-founder of some kind. He
Yeah.
pulled
Someone with clout.
someone with clout and power, because you vote, because apparently in the Polkadot community you vote on things, and they voted, it was like 80% yes, said we're good with the sponsorship, 3 million, $3.5 million, whatever it was. So it was about to pass, and then later on they even had like the car livery, they showed everyone in the community, they had the fire suit, they showed everyone the livery, I mean showed everyone's design, and then this person yoinked and said no, like we're not sponsoring this. And then he went on Twitter, because a lot of people were being like, hey, why would you do this? And he's like, there's no ROI. What, we didn't get anything last year, why should we get anything now? Et cetera, et cetera. So I was like, oh wow, like, but they put this wreck in August of last year, so I'm surprised it took him so long to say something about it and wait till like a month before the race started. But otherwise, like, I guess, like, yeah, if you see the numbers and you're not getting what you want, whether it's wallet downloads or people buying your crypto company, then whatever.
Yeah, it's a really weird. I just have not seen a crypto sponsorship work in motorsport. Like I just don't think there's ever been any ROI, even in Formula One. There was the Bybit fiasco of whatever that went on with Red Bull.
Yeah.
There's, FTX sponsored Mercedes, and we know that Sam Bankman-Fried was just in trouble with money all of the time.
Free my man. I'm just kidding.
Connor Daly has had a crypto problem before with Todd Alt from, what is that other company that he was in charge of? Chris is yelling it at me. He's just not typing into the thing, BitNile, which I could not remember. It's fake money.
It's like Cole's Cash, if anyone's confused.
So why don't we just not do that anymore? It's not working.
It's not working. To everyone's favorite subject, the cursing fun police of the FIA. I made a short video about this, and I'm sure you heard about it over the weekend. Our first FIA fine for cursing in an FIA sanctioned race/event, WRC, was in Sweden this past weekend. A driver was giving a post-race interview, and this man said, "We fucked up yesterday," talking about all the stuff that happened yesterday, and he did much better today. So he's like, "We fucked up yesterday, and I made up for it today by having a better race." And then that's it. Yeah. €30,000 fined.
That's crazy. I mean, the FIA can do this. They have the authority to decide this. It is the stupidest decision that I cannot imagine engenders any feelings of goodwill or respect between the sanctioning body and the sports that it sanctions. Certainly not the competitors. I just don't understand why you want to police language to this extent.
Yeah, it'll be €10,000 up front. $20,000 will be suspended as long as the driver doesn't curse again. The driver curse again, he'll have to pay the full $30,000 fine. Then it also, I believe, gets in trouble again. And I think after 3 infractions, you get a race ban, if I remember that correctly. So,
yes.
Yeah, and that was ridiculous. He also went on Twitter and he's like, "I'm sorry to the fans. Like, if anyone, like, he wasn't sure what he did wrong," and everyone's like, "No, you did nothing wrong. Like, yeah, you and your team fucked up yesterday. Like, I don't know. This makes sense. Like, why? Yeah. Like, we don't care. It's ridiculous. Something that I found strange though in the document, is one. They know this. The driver explained that he was referring to the mistakes he made on the previous day, and that he used the words in a colloquial and descriptive way. In a sense that he made the mistake, he apologized as he didn't mean to offend or insult anyone by those words. The stewards in the FIA acknowledge the words in question have unfortunately become common colloquialisms. However, it's essential to emphasize this does not diminish the fact that such language is widely regarded as profanity. It's like, okay, whatever. Okay, like this is ridiculous. Like, this isn't a big deal, and you're still like, oh, well, they're technically curse words. Because we're in
I wonder
grade.
What the extent of this is going to be. Like, can you curse in German? And that's okay because it's not English. And if no one knows what you're saying, you can get away with it. If you come up with I just hope, and I know this is hoping beyond hope because no one in any form of motorsport is creative enough to do this. I hope they come up with their own little curse word system. Like, I just think that would be so funny that the Grand Prix Drivers Association sits down and they've got a little index lined up. We're not doing code on the radio to communicate anything about strategy. we're just like coming up with our own words for things. We are doing like a Tolkien creating a language. And how can you police that?
It's yeah, this is getting ridiculous. There is another paragraph that I found even more strange than the other ones. So these ones are just like reaffirming to me they know this was like an innocent thing. And I was like, oh, we're still gonna fine him 10 grand up front, 20,000 suspended. But this one specifically called out in the middle says the stewards remind the driver and the team of the stance of the FIA regarding not only inappropriate language, but also verbal physical abuse, making displaying political, religious, personal statements, or comments in violation of the general principle of neutrality. And I was like, why are we emphasizing your thing again? Like, this is just about cursing. And, like, why are we throwing this paragraph in about verbal, physical abuse, political, religious, personal statements, and breaking neutrality when this man just said he fucked up yesterday?
Yeah.
You're just like wrapping people on the wrist with a ruler and being like, remember, verbal,
Yeah.
physical abuse, bad. Here's what you do now. Now, would I rather shove MBS in the paddock or yell at him? Am I getting the same fine? Or is there
It's a
more?
great question, actually.
Like, would I rather just fight someone at this point? You know, like for hockey, like, is it worth for me to throw down
Yeah.
gloves or like talk shit and like get put in the penalty box anyway? Like, what am I doing? I might as well just
Max
start a fight.
Verstappen, you know what you need to do.
Yeah, I'm just saying. They just need to be saying frack. That's a great idea. No, don't get Aramco so excited. Um, please, everyone, calm down. Up next, yes, Atlanta NASCAR is next week. We just had Daytona 500, which we'll go over in a second because I know Elizabeth has tons of thoughts. But Atlanta's next week, and the infield is going to have sea lions and Chipotle.
I think that's pretty neat.
Yeah,
Ryan Blaney has his own Chipotle bowl now, which sounds extremely good. I love that we're doing this activation. I love that there's sea lions. I don't understand why, but I'm glad that there is. I
because
wish
Atlanta
that
has
there
a really
were.
big aquarium.
Do they?
Yeah, Atlanta has a really good aquarium and a really big aquarium. So they're just bringing people. They're
Ooh.
like, look at our sea lions. Like Miami Zoo, they didn't
Yeah,
bring like a zoo. Obviously, they didn't bring any animals, but they
yeah.
bought like the skeletons of their animals and like some stuff that they
Hmm.
do, like wing bats and things like that. So Miami Zoo was there in Homestead, which is pretty cool. So I guess maybe Atlanta saw that, or they just called up Atlanta and they're like, can you bring some sea lions?
Can do sea lions hear? Like, are they going to have hearing issues if they're listening to NASCARs?
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, not to be like those people, but also be those people. Like, are the sea lions just
I
gonna be in
feel
a
the
big
same
tank?
way. Unfortunately, I feel the same way about people who bring their dogs and stuff to the
Yeah,
racetrack, where it's like if your dog is already unable to hear, like, sure, whatever. But otherwise, what are you doing?
yeah.
I'm interested.
They're in water,
Make
so they'll
them
dissipate a little bit, but they're still gonna be. Yeah,
make them do tricks.
one, they're
I
going
want
to
to
be
watch them jump through a
stressed
hoop.
traveling to the racetrack. Then, yeah,
Hmm.
the noise and people staring at them. But hopefully, they take care of these little sea lions.
Yeah. And I think this is our, oh no, not our last bit of news.
No,
Pitbull is out at Trackhouse Racing.
the
Pitbull,
singer, not the dog.
the singer,
I know we just talked about
the
the sea
artist.
lions, but now we're talking about
Yes.
the artist.
The artist that does business as Pitbull, Armando, was a co-founder at Trackhouse Racing. And suddenly this weekend, before the race actually started, before the Daytona 500, announced that he is parting ways with Trackhouse. No explanation given. Journalists have asked questions and no one has followed up. Um, and then Pitbull played the opening little ceremony bit at the 500, which I was like, that's just awkward. Feel like it's rubbing salt in the wounds. But I have to be, my favorite thing to come out of this is Justin Marks because Justin Marks has taken every opportunity thrown at him this weekend, be it Pitbull leaving or almost every single one of his cars being dramatically damaged on the racetrack, to turn it into like a B2B LinkedIn ass post about how much this is actually good for Trackhouse. Um, I'm gonna read part of one that says, it starts out, someone told me last night, man, that was a tough week for Trackhouse. I disagree. I think it was the finest hour in the history of our team. And he goes on to talk about how the team came together to grind. They fixed cars. Like they proved they were quick. They proved they had strategy. And he came out the other side a fan of the company. And I was like, this is an incredibly funny way to say everything was bad. Like, I guess the grind set never stops, but at what cost?
Yeah, what the Daytona 500 taught me about B2B sales.
Yeah. It's
Um,
really funny. Like I have a lot of respect for Justin Marks. I've interviewed him before, and I think he has a lot of like legitimately interesting and good business ideas to talk about. But also, I don't think everything in the entire universe needs to be couched in what we can learn for business. I think sometimes it's okay to just be like, "You're right. That sucked."
I don't know. I don't know if you ever watched the movie, but you got to ABC, Elizabeth, always be closing. I saw on LinkedIn today there's a little short video because LinkedIn now has short form videos, and it said sleeping
Ooh.
is for closers. And I was like, what in the grind set am I watching here? And I was like, I'm not allowed to sleep because I'm not closing. I was like, this is ridiculous. So maybe the Justin Marks falls in that LinkedIn always be closing and sleeps only for closers, and he would like to sleep. So he's just trying to close business deals, keep it
That's
positive.
funny.
You can't be a CEO and be like, yeah, shit's rough. And maybe you can, but like turn it into positive. That's like a really common like
I
interview
guess.
thing to do. Be like, what's like a hardship you faced being a communications manager? And be like, blah 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 blah. But this is what I learned from it.
I just love the specific rhetoric, the stuff that you hear on LinkedIn. I was posting on there today, and I was reading against my better judgment, and I was like, oh, this website is just a cesspool.
Are you talking about LinkedIn?
Yes,
Yeah, I see a lot of people. There's LinkedIn influencers.
which is insane.
That could be us,
Like,
Elizabeth. We can
I
girl
think
boss
I
our
would
way to
rather
the
die.
paddock. What are you talking about? We'd be so good.
I don't want to be good at business. I want to be good at
No, no, no.
eating food and thinking about stuff. I
You
don't
don't have
want
to
to even
be.
presume, I don't want someone to look at me and be like, that bitch knows money.
We don't actually have to know money. I highly doubt anyone on that fucking platform does. You just gotta like say words, KPIs,
I guess, but
qualitative versus quantitative methods of
I
F1.
have self-respect. And so I will not
I
be
don't,
doing that.
and I will. It like partially works. Well, if you think about it, this is okay, chat. I've thought about this too, right? Because I'm on like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, wherever people can find my stuff about motorsports, talking about motorsports, having a discussion. I am on there everywhere but LinkedIn, essentially. But who's on LinkedIn? The CEOs who can invite me to their paddock club. So maybe we need to get on there and schmooze and get interviews and kiss, shake some babies, kiss some hands.
Lame.
Half of my ABB press trip to the NASCAR finale in Phoenix were LinkedIn influencers. I was semi joking, but
I am gonna be completely honest. That sounds miserable. What the hell were y'all talking about at dinner? Ryan texted me. I want to know the details. I want
yeah.
to know the goss. I have to know if they all perpetually act like there's a stick up their butt.
How do we say something's for checkered flags are for closers? Joey Logano would like that one.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, it was awful. Ryan says in all caps. He goes, "It was terrible." Are there thirst trapping on LinkedIn? No, no, no. They're just saying shit like sleeping is for closers, and you have to like grind all day before you can go to bed.
Yeah.
I was like, what a weird video. Like, why are we talking about this? Speaking of people who are shitty on the internet, um,
Men.
men hate women, part 1,000,005. Um,
Yes.
would you like to take
I
this
would
one?
not like to.
Wait, why don't you want to take this one? How do you pronounce her last name? Is it?
Balkan?
I
Amber
was going to say
Balkan?
like Balkan, like the Balkan.
Balkan? Maybe.
Amber was in a race. As you know, Amber is very popular on social media. She also had a little bit of a controversy because she did like AI with a sponsor,
Yeah.
which is just a
Yeah.
chatbot. And people were just being rude about it, which is like whatever. Like it was just her face and like whatever the chatbot stuff that they usually do on websites. Like, how can I help you find something? Or like, what do you need? Anyway, from my understanding of the incident, her tire goes down. She loses control of the car, takes people
Arca
out.
race?
Yeah, people takes
Okay.
takes people with her, and then just all the comments in all of the world against all kinds of women start on the internet, um, which is wild that
Yes.
we have not evolved past this. Someone could suck at driving. Don't get me wrong. Is Amber the best driver? No, but it's not because she's a woman. Like, this is ridiculous.
Exactly.
Like, I hate this rhetoric. Like, I want to be able to talk shit about women, but I can't. I can't equally talk shit about everyone because you guys just ruin it.
If you want good, juicy gossip from the ARCA race, Uh, Go follow Dinah Mullins on Facebook. Dinah Mullins is Willie Mullins' wife. Willie Mullins got wiped out during the ARCA race. Willie's like 107 years old, and I love him so much. And the Mullins racing team is like, it is what NASCAR is. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
what NASCAR originally was. These are two people who have full-time jobs, who also run a race team. Large William, Big Willie. Anyway, Dinah goes on. Dinah does not mince words, and she was launching attacks at Cletus McFarland, who was
Hmm.
there.
That's who Amber
Perhaps
took out, who has like a million
yes,
followers on YouTube, and he had like
yeah,
40,000 people watching him, which Chopper mentions in the YouTube chat. That's
yeah,
who she took out. But I still
yeah.
think, even though it wasn't him, she would still get comments, which she does
I
every
think she would
weekend.
have still got comments. Cletus's following can be incredibly nasty. Chris was telling me about this because he knows more about this lore than I do. Um, that like if Cletus does something like a deal with someone and it doesn't work out, like the fans will go crazy and like leave bad Google reviews and everything. So chaos. Folks being stinky. But yeah, that was good juicy gossip. Dinah Mullins, like the epitome of cool women in race car. Amber Balkan, she was fine. Isabella Robusto,
Oh, I love
love
Isabella.
her.
Love Isabella
Love her.
Robusto.
First of all, her name is sick as hell. Uh,
Also talented as fuck.
yeah,
She's so good.
yeah. She did get wiped out, but what are you gonna do? So did everyone.
So yeah, I think everyone this weekend at the super speedway was involved in some kind of incident. No way, but yeah, this goes on to a bigger a conversation, which is difficult. I go back and forth on, right? Or for example, if I say something in my Discord like, "Oh, this doesn't work out with this brand," like, am I
Yeah,
responsible for the people who go over? And I kind of feel it that way, right? Like, if
yeah.
this happens a lot in the sim racing community, like if someone's car gets taken out and
Hmm.
it's like someone else who's like a big streamer's car gets taken out, they find out who took him out, they go over to his chat and they're like, "You're such a doofus, you're such an idiot." And it's like,
Yeah.
am I responsible for that? Even though I told him not to do it or I didn't say anything, it becomes like a whole. For me, it's a gray issue, and I go back and forth all the time about guys
Yeah.
like, let's not just be dicks and let's
I
try
think
not
part
to.
of it comes down to what kind of culture are you curating otherwise? Are you the kind of person that makes people feel like they can do this stuff and get away with it? Obviously, like everyone has free will and can do whatever the hell they want. And so, like, you can have the most wonderful, welcoming, and wholesome community ever known to man. And there's always going to be some stinker in there who's like, actually, I'm going to ruin this for everyone. Um, yeah, it was a lot going on.
Austin
And then
Dillonation when he had fans. Oh, I didn't know that. Is it that bad?
Dill Nash.
RCR did come out with a statement saying that they want to appeal more to the blue collar worker, and then I laughed
Yeah. Richard
because
Childress, the blue collar worker. That's funny.
I'm my brother in Christ. Also, your nepo baby? No, no, thank
Uh-uh.
you. Kyle Busch, yeah, sure. I'm down with that. You yourself as RCR. I don't understand this whole marketing thing of F1 and NASCAR. Everyone's like, yeah, we're for the people. I'm like, none of you are not. Do you know how much a charter cost? You are
Yeah,
not.
I don't.
Stop it.
This is not just like a little thing that you can go out and do for funsies. Like this, this is expensive. This costs a lot of money.
This costs a lot of money. Maybe like Wood Brothers Racing, I feel like, would be the closest I can think of to like a traditional blue collar, like we're for the people racing. We're a small mom and pop shop. Like, this is what we're doing. But we're talking about
Yeah.
like RCR Penske, like, guys, stop. Big Raj is not for the blue collar person. Get out of here.
No,
This man's worth
not even,
billions of dollars.
not even in the slightest.
All the blue collar guys I know own a winery. Yeah, same.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely. I thought that was really funny. I didn't read the full article. I just saw the headline and I was like, I am not. I've already done enough thinking about the Daytona 500 in NASCAR. I just simply can't consider this right now.
Small indie mom and pop operates, RCR operates on a small loan of $20 million a year. They need our support.
Yeah, desperately. What are they
Desperately.
going to do without us?
I know, unfortunate. Should we get to the Daytona 500?
Oh,
All right, everyone
I
stretch out a little bit.
guess.
Just like a little, drink some water. Maybe like shake it off. Stand up from your chair. We gotta.
I would say touch grass, but I spent this morning writing 3,000 words about how much I hate NASCAR right now because the Daytona 500 made me so mad. That's going to be live at 8 a.m. Central Time on my Deadly Passions Terrible Joy Substack, which will be free. Usually I would charge a subscription, but I want people to read it. So make sure you do.
My favorite is I like to go on rants, but when Elizabeth goes on rants, they're so good. They're so great. So I'm so excited for this Daytona 500. It was a lot of hours. They moved it up. It was raining. We canceled it. Yada 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 yada. And a lot of people had a lot of thoughts on it. Denny Hamlin came out with a podcast yesterday. Jeff Gluck tweeted about it, and then he had thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Weaver, a journalist, also had thoughts on it. I can't think of who didn't have thoughts on what kind of the way it ended, the kind of
Yeah.
racing, the constant lane changing to 2 to 3 lanes.
Mm-hmm.
Just the herkle-durkle of whatever was going on that racetrack. Ryan Preece's
Yeah.
flip, yet again. That poor dude is not ever going to race Daytona again. Where would you like to
I
start?
mean, I'm sure he's going to race Daytona again. And if he keeps flipping, I will also flip something. Probably a table in NASCAR's HQ, even though I don't go there.
Do you want to start with your post-its, or do you want to start from the? I guess I don't want to go through the whole entire 500.
Yeah, I don't want to go through 500. I would like to posit to you fine folks here listening to the Elizabeth Nash show that the enshittification of everything has come for NASCAR. If you are not familiar with the term enshittification, basically I'm gonna link you. There's a whole Wikipedia page to it now. I will link it. Basically, this is the concept that first started as a way to describe how awful social media has become. The whole concept is a website starts off for users, then realizes it can leverage that for companies that buy in, and then realizes we can just keep making this worse and keep making money because we've trapped everyone in this cycle of needing to use it, like this service that we provide. And now it's happening kind of everywhere. I wrote about this in all 3,000 words of my Substack are about this, but the one example I love to come back to is like this comes to everything now. There is a bottle of deep conditioner that I have been buying for 10 years, and I always just hit reorder on the order. Over that period of time, it has gotten more expensive. The formula has completely changed, and the bottle has gotten way smaller. So I'm paying more for a product that is not the same thing that I initially wanted it to be, that initially worked for me, and now no longer works. That is the enshittification of everything. Yes.
I would say tools as well.
Yes.
That's a really big thing, and I know that's a constant thing of my dad's. Like, I have these tools that are like 25 plus years old, and they're still great.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, like, I go get something, and it's gonna fucking break in like a year, and it kind of
Mm-hmm.
sucks.
Yeah.
Continue.
It's the exact same thing. It's like furniture, clothes, food, everything. It's all going downhill. NASCAR has fallen into this same exact situation where what we now have is not a race that NASCAR doesn't value the sporting integrity of itself anymore. It
Ooh.
values the entertainment prospect. And I do acknowledge that those two things are equally important. People have always needed to tune in to watch NASCAR, to attend races, to spend the money, to keep the series afloat. But we have gotten to a point where now it's kind of dumbed down. It's like the tech of it dumbed down. If you watch the broadcast on Fox this weekend, I could not believe how bad it was. There were certain instances where like a big group of manufacturers lining up on the bottom row. And the commentator's like, what's going on? That's weird. And me and Chris are like, they're pitting. They're going to pit. They're getting in line to come into the pits. And Clint Boyer just cannot fathom what's going on here. Has no clue. And then when they pit, we don't get a follow-up. We don't get an answer.
Yeah.
We just have them show up. The example of pack racing is an example of enshittification. We have these super powerful engines that we have dumbed down to run at a much lower horsepower, which means the cars can't get away from each other, which means they all have to pack up, which means they're all on top of each other. And when someone else forgets how to have talent, everyone else gets wrapped up in it. And we have ended up with the Daytona 500 where it feels like the winner is not a winner based on skill. It's not, there was a lot of good racing in the Daytona 500. I would love to just call out Austin Cindric.
Mm,
I had so much fun watching him. I
yeah.
thought his race craft was wonderful. It was so good. Uh, and then he just gets wiped out. So it's like, well, what the fuck does it matter? Like, what am I watching for if I'm just watching for who doesn't get wrecked? That doesn't feel, especially when I have put investment into this, when I have sat for 4 hours of red flags, when I have sat through a rain delay, when I have sat through 15 other fucking wrecks, and we get to the end of this race, and it ends with the guy from like, was he 10th or 7th?
Seventh,
10th
yeah.
at the restart, 7th when they were coming back to green, winning the race. Not because he was good, not because he had great skill, but because he happened to be in the right place at the right time. And that to me does not feel good. That does not feel like I have invested my time into something that has given back. Uh, it feels like we're just trying to get as many cars to wreck as possible. Everyone can go back to that Tony Stewart interview where he was like, said something about how if NASCAR's not happy, the fans want to see cars get wrecked. We will send them back out till every car is wrecked. We have unironically accepted that mindset. We have come into this situation of like, actually, it's totally cool and fine that the big one happens 3 times in a super speedway race. It's not an anomaly anymore.
Yeah.
That used to be a thing that like you watched for, not because you were like, hell yeah, crashes, although there were those people, but more because it was like, that's a scary thing. This is like, this doesn't always happen. And then when it does happen, it's fucked up. Uh, this it's a systemic problem, and I point this out in my story. So make sure that you like stay tuned for that because I articulated a lot better in word in my like text than I can ever say with my mouth. It just feels awful. It feels bad. It feels like you're watching something that doesn't matter, or like the build up to this doesn't matter. Why do we have a 500-mile race if it's like the last 2 laps that count? Just keep sending them out for fucking 2 lap stints and let them wreck each other. I think it ties into Ryan Preece is getting airborne again.
Yeah.
We have had multiple other crashes where drivers have gotten airborne. Chris Buescher, Harrison Burton, last couple years, it's a lot of Fords that keep going up. Do we know why? No one has bothered to figure it out. No one has like, we have the tools at hand. We have simulations, we have technology. We know so much about so many things, and they're still like, we'll just pave over part of this track and then we'll just like throw on a shark fin when that is clearly not the problem. And the problem is systemic, so it's not like you can just fix it before a race weekend. Um, if you haven't listened to Denny Hamlin's Actions Detrimental podcast, I highly recommend you do. It's nice to hear the perspective of someone who is within that scrum, especially from a guy who has been doing this for a while. And so he talks a lot about how he learned a skill set and he spent time refining that skill set. And then it just doesn't matter anymore because you just got to hit something and knock someone out and you'll win the race for this. He talks about why this is happening and he talks about the technical aspects of this, about the cars are spec cars, so everyone's running the same. The restrictor plates restrict too much the horsepower that we have. Um, I think it goes even deeper into the way that NASCAR has thought about itself for a very long time. I will trace it back to the chase for the cup and the playoff system because at that point, that was where there was this switch that flipped. It's a switch that flipped where NASCAR said, the sporting integrity of this doesn't matter as much as keeping fans watching and keeping them interested. And we don't want the dedicated fans who will kind of stick it out through a rough period. We want the people who will tune in every single week. And I understand that that is not NASCAR's fault necessarily. That's just how fucking capitalism works. But it is still frustrating that, I don't know. I just feel like I'm seeing the same things happen over and over. I'm seeing cars flip and nothing is happening about it. I'm seeing cars wreck in giant packs and no one is doing anything about it. I'm seeing incredible driving that doesn't fucking matter
Mm-hmm.
because if you can even be up at the front and someone can come up. Ricky Stenhouse and Corey LaJoy, the biggest menaces and the face of the universe, are flying up in another lane. And then you've got the world's angriest man in Joey Logano saying, actually, all these years I've raced against you fuckers, I'll forget that that happened and I'll just dip in front of you
Yeah.
because, like, why not? That's the kind of racing we want now. We want to hit each other. We want to have the big one that we show on the fucking replays. And I don't know if you saw this, but Fox Sports was celebrating their 25th anniversary of hosting NASCAR as a
Mm-hmm.
broadcast. And in
Oh,
the clip, they showed the clip of Dale Earnhardt's fatal wreck. So that's just a thing that we do now to sell more tickets. That is insane. That is not okay with me. There was so much about this weekend that was not okay. All of it, not fucking okay. And that's my rant.
Elizabeth noticed this during the clash. She mentioned this exact same thing about this was
Yes.
just we're just doing silly things for silly things, and I brushed it off as like, yeah, this is just the clash. Like that's fine for me. Let's see
Yeah.
how it goes in Daytona. And now that you've
Yeah.
noticed like this trend of like, oh, we're
Hmm.
just inshittifying consistently. Jeff Gluck said on his podcast that he talked to Riley Herbst, who had that incredible
Hmm.
save. Talk about also
Yeah.
good. Austin Cindric, Riley
That was
Herbst
great.
crushed it. Okay. He saved everyone's fucking ass when he held on. Um, Riley Herbst told Jeff Gluck, he's like, why don't we just race 65 laps? Because that's when everyone decides to push anyway.
Hmm.
And then see what happens there. And I like to say that that's been a thing, for, at least for the past year, that stage one and stage two, we're all just like, whatever. All the
Yeah.
good drivers and like the good strategy, they're not trying to win stage two. You can see who's trying to get stage
Hmm.
points and who's trying to win the race. And all the good
Hmm.
guys and all the ones like the Hendricks or whatever, they're not trying to win the stage. They're
Hmm.
trying to win the race overall. So in stage two, they're kind of like in the mid pack. If they can win a stage, great.
Yeah.
But they're not focused on that. And you can just tell by their strategy. And then everyone gives a shit on stage three, and that's when we get the most yellows. That's when we finish under yellow because everyone's pushing on stage three and just caring about winning the race. So yeah,
Yeah.
at that point, why don't we just make NASCAR stage three? Forget about the stages. Make it
Yeah.
65 laps and call it a day. If this is what we're gonna do all the time.
Yeah. It is very upsetting. Like, I enjoy NASCAR. I If you have listened to our streams of this podcast, you know that I have had great things to say about NASCAR. I've been impressed with their international expansion, with their ability to try new things. And yet, I think that it's a band-aid on the deeper issues that are coming into the play here. And it's not, I don't know, it's not helping. I think people, like someone says here, so should we get rid of stages? I think the problem, like, stages are part of a problem.
Mm-hmm.
If you got rid of stages, the inherent
You still have a
championship
problem.
format
Yeah.
that prioritizes a do or die moment in the last lap of the race still exists because that's how you get a chance to race for the championship at the end of the year. That's still in and of itself a very problematic mindset to have. And we end up with shit like Austin Dillon wrecking two cars to take a win because that's the only way he feels like he can do anything. You've got people making stupid moves because it doesn't occur to them that they're racing for something bigger. They're racing for, like, survival every weekend, and you cannot get the best out of someone when you keep them scrambling in a rat race.
We had some hard hits this weekend too. Forget just about
Hmm.
Priest flipping around.
Hmm.
We had some really hard hits into the safer barrier.
Yeah, and I want everyone to just take a second and think about this because yes, there are a lot of safety measures in place, but their brain is still rattling around in their skull in these incidents. There are a lot of drivers, if you talk to people who know them, who are not normal. Like, they are not the guy they were 5 years ago because they've gotten into these wrecks, they've gotten their heads hit. Maybe maybe it's not a full-on concussion that prevents them from racing, but they've just rattled that shit around in there for long enough that, like, your brain just isn't made for that kind of thing. And now we're prioritizing that kind of racing and we're saying, this is what we want. We want 19 of you to get wiped out in a single wreck. And we want, the person in 41st to drive through someone in 10th because they're still cooking. Like, you're hurting the drivers. You're treating them as crash test dummies as opposed to real live human beings. And it also incentivizes something that I have heard. Ooh, sorry, I had an ad just pop up. It also incentivizes misuse of the system.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I know several drivers who fudge their
Oh,
cognitive tests
yeah.
so that when they are concussed, they seem normal. And that's not good.
Yeah, for those
That
of you
is
who are
fucked up.
unaware, drivers have a baseline like health assessment, especially their
Mhm.
their scans and things like that. And they somehow, I'm not sure how, unless Elizabeth, you're aware of how they fudge this.
They intentionally, so when you're doing these are things I believe like reflexes, reaction times, they're slowing themselves down on the reaction times. They're doing all of this stuff to kind of pull it back and to make sure that when you've got this baseline of like, here's how quick I can answer a question, you can be that quick when you're concussed.
Yeah.
And then you get away with it, and then you get back in the car. I mean, I think back to Ryan Preece last year after his wreck at
My
Daytona, or
gosh.
not last
Two
year,
years ago, yeah.
2 years ago after his wreck at Daytona, when he got back in the car, and I was like, I just don't understand how this man's face is swollen to this extent, and we're still like, everything is fine. Like NASCAR should step in at that point and be like, take a week off. Like, just lay down at home. You can come back in 2 weeks. You get a playoff waiver if you fucking need one. This stuff, it's just, it is frankly mind-boggling, and it feels disrespectful to the competition. It feels disrespectful to the fans who are watching. It feels disrespectful to NASCAR as an institution and as a history. And it's very disrespectful to the sheer number of drivers who have either died behind the wheel or who had to retire because they couldn't keep driving because they had suffered so many head injuries. Dale Jr. is a great example. Kurt Busch, another example. We've got so many people that I'm sure we don't even know who just got weird afterward. I think even Chip Ganassi had a nasty wreck while he was a racer, and they were like, he wasn't right for like 3 years. He got back behind the wheel, but he just wasn't right. He couldn't, like, he wasn't funny anymore like he used to be. He couldn't have a conversation anymore like he used to, and they were letting him race full time. That's insane.
There becomes the kind of juxtaposition issue of when you were bare knuckle boxing, you were afraid of breaking your own fingers and you didn't hit as
Hmm.
hard. And when they introduced
Hmm.
boxing gloves, suddenly you're getting
Yeah.
harder punches, even though your hands are safe. Now you're punching harder because you can. As we make these things safer, I'm afraid drivers are taking it not for, I don't say for granted, because obviously they're in the car, they understand
Hmm.
the consequences of their actions. But it seems like this weekend, we talked about this with Tommy Milner. You said he didn't use his car as like a weapon, he just like flicked them off, right? Like they're
Yeah.
just using their car like, I can get away with this. God forbid
Yes.
something happen, knock on wood, because of how
Exactly.
safe we are. As opposed to being like, maybe I shouldn't do something
Yeah.
this stupid. They're more like, we can get away with this. We'll be fine if we wreck. Nothing's going to happen. We
Hmm.
got rid of the grass.
Hmm.
Safer barriers here. We're all okay. Till one
Yeah.
day someone's not going to be.
I think there's an aspect of complacency here because it's been a while since motorsport, like a top level of motorsport, has had a fatal accident. In NASCAR, it has been since Dale Earnhardt, I believe. In IndyCar, it was 2015, the last time someone died behind the wheel. In Formula One, it was 2014 through to 2015. That's oh God, that's 10 years ago. Like,
Yeah, it's
that's
not.
insane.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fans who have, and I don't want to like disparage them because I think new fans are important, but I think that it can be so easy to just be like, to just not understand the full depth of what these people and what these drivers are doing until you see how it goes wrong. And until you have to have that reckoning with yourself to say, is this a sport I still enjoy? Can I accept watching something where people might die?
Yeah.
And am I okay? Like it changed my perspective of how I watched motorsport. It changed how I viewed contact or like side by side action. And I think like I'm not saying, we have to see someone get hurt for this to happen, but I think the frustrating part is we are so far advanced in terms of technology that we don't have to let it get to this point. We can take preventative steps because it's not like it's 1965 and we have no fucking idea what happens when we put a wing on a car.
Mm-hmm.
We can run 900 simulations and see what happens. We can run back Ryan Preece's accident and kind of hopefully figure out some of the elements that went wrong. It's, I don't know. It is very frustrating. I think even some of the younger drivers probably have this understanding of like, I'm invincible behind the wheel. Um, Even if they're not. Like it's easy to walk away when you don't see the damage. When it's a brain injury,
Mm-hmm.
when it's CTE,
Right.
when it's compound concussions. If you don't see that, you don't have to care about it.
Right.
And NASCAR should be caring on their behalf because drivers aren't going to do that.
Yeah. We talk about this all the time. People still race Isle of Man TT, even though every single year something happens.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand it's their right to do so. But at some point in NASCAR, you have drivers fudging numbers and their
Yes.
assessments. Like someone's going to step in and be like, "Hey guys, let's rethink this. And if you need a playoff waiver, fine, we'll talk about it, depending how injured you are and what it is. But I think we need to take drivers' safety more seriously." Guac says, "I've always said that racing doesn't need to be dangerous to be great." And I think that kind of builds on your thing that NASCAR is making this more as an entertainment as opposed to an actual skill sport. And how do I say this without getting in trouble? I've heard that that's what they focus on is the entertainment. It's not the race.
They're rewarded for that, so I completely understand why, because that is what are you rewarded for on social media? Maybe it's not that you had a good, well thought out, nutritious take that someone learned something from. It's that you said something and you pissed someone off, or you were so stupid that someone had to feel like they needed to respond, and you've gotten traction because you're an asshole. You have intentionally marketed yourself as like the lowest common denominator to upset people. I had someone accuse me of this the other day, and I got really mad about it.
Of what?
Because I don't say innovative right. They're like, it's pronounced innovative. And then someone was like, she's just saying that to get a rise out of you. And I was like, no, I just only read. I don't listen to people, so I don't know. But there are a lot of people out there who are like, they find a platform out of this. And Twitter is a
People do that, by the
cautionary
way.
hellhole.
Mispronounce words all the time. It's kind of why I don't mind my American accent when I say certain drivers' names or certain things, because people be like, "That's not how you say it," and it's like a free comment right there, and it really doesn't matter to the overall message of the video. They're just like, "Oh, you didn't say it with the right accent." I'm like, "Okay, that makes sense because
I don't
not my
have that accent.
I don't have that accent. You know what dialects are, my good sir? Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's just upsetting. I felt dirty after the Daytona 500. Like, I don't have any other way to describe it.
Yeah.
I was like, that was an anticlimax.
Yeah, it was.
I don't want to say William Byron doesn't deserve to win because he was there at the end of the race. He avoided most of the wrecks. He had a pretty complete car. There's a certain amount of skill that comes into that, but also a certain amount of luck. And I don't like feeling like we're getting the luck part more than the skill part. I want to feel like a driver has earned a win.
Yeah.
Shit happens is an international motto in motorsport. And sometimes a wreck at the end of the race will happen. But it's happened every year. And it's happened at the Daytona 500. And we keep seeing this bullshit that goes to a green-white checker at the end of the race because we keep wanting... NASCAR keeps wanting to, like, hype that up. You're saying you're tuning at the edge of your seat till the end. We got some.
Oh no, Elizabeth, come back to me.
Oh no.
Oh, she's back. Okay.
Phew. Sorry.
We heard
disappeared.
We heard edge of your seat.
Yeah, you're sitting on the edge of your seat watching this. That's what NASCAR wants. They want you to take that for a highlight reel, and they want you to, like, they just want a clip.
Everyone's saying the France family got your internet.
Got my ass. I literally, while we were sitting here, got a call from Charlotte. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Stop immediately.
Hold on. I'm gonna make sure I'm not getting in trouble.
What if she is?
No, I just got pre-qualified for a loan.
Woo! Let's buy that charter, baby.
Yeah. Okay. As Chris says, after the 500, the Fox Sports Go app showed us a montage of the biggest wrecks of 2024. We followed that up with other big wrecks. We followed it up with the clipped moments of big crashes, and that followed up with like clips of finishes. So, like, they are not beating the allegations here that they are just doing this for views. I get that a certain amount of it has to come down to like, are people watching?
Yeah.
But bruh, come on.
I feel like
Should the network be doing that? That's my question. Should
Oh,
Fox Sports be doing that? I get some fucko on YouTube, some sicko who's like, I know how I can
Barstool.
get clicks. Yeah, like that shit's gonna happen. I can't control that. But the network taking these big crashes and being like, "Ooh, look at this! You just finished the world's stupidest race." But here's 900 stupid incidents from last year. This is what you have to look forward to. No, no, I refuse.
I feel like it's almost turning into WWE. That's like it's giving me the feelings of
Mhm.
not as currently not as manufactured, and I don't want to hear it from WWE fans. I'm just like, I did text Elizabeth after the 500. And I was like, I don't. I feel like I just like wasted my time. Like, what are we doing
Mhm.
here? It's
Mhm.
just, I don't
I
know.
spent 9 hours like sitting on my couch. I spent time writing about this. I have dedicated, and I am not even kidding, upwards of 10,000 words to this shit because I care, because I like it.
Single
I
spaced.
just, I just wish I was writing good things about this. I wish I could come out of this being like NASCAR did XYZ thing right. And here's how it can be a standard for the rest of the motorsport world. And we're not. We're not getting that.
Yeah, the booth was interesting that you mentioned that. That kind of like played into it for me. Because to be
The
honest,
booth pissed me
I
off.
was so surprised because they were yapping a lot, and I was like, this
Yeah.
sounds like my Twitch stream. Because on our Twitch stream, when we do watch-alongs, like we're not always 100% paying attention. Like people are chatting,
Hmm.
someone's asking a question. Like it's very chill, it's casual. We're at a bar,
Yeah.
right? We're having conversation. Someone's asking about this sponsor. I ask a question about like, oh, what move did someone pit? Like we're having like ADHD, like just hanging
Yeah.
out, shooting the shit. But
Yeah.
like they were doing that in the booth, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not getting the information I need. What are we
Yeah.
doing here? I was like,
It felt like no one, it felt like they weren't
hire me
watching the
at this
race.
point. Like, what are we doing? just
Like legitimately insane. I was like, what are we? Clint
yeah, it
Boyer
felt like
was
they
just
weren't watching the race either.
desperately trying to get a zinger off on Kevin Harvick because Kevin Harvick's been roasting his ass all weekend. They're telling anecdotes from their personal life and their stories that don't relate to what we're seeing on the track, and they're just like yapping it up and having a blast. And I,
I couldn't tell they
again,
were there.
yeah,
They might as well
like
just
it
be back
felt
in Charlotte.
they could have been in a booth in Charlotte, just like
Yeah.
shooting the shit for the level of professionalism and integrity that they showed in this broadcast. I would like legitimately irate at the amount of just garbage. It's garbage. None of it. I want a booth to be nutritious. I want you to tell me things that matter, that are relevant, and that will help me understand what is happening on the track. And if you are not doing that, I would rather join you for a fucking live stream because at least you have personality and at least you're an interesting person to talk to.
With three old white men in a booth aren't your favorite thing to
I
talk about?
nightmare blunt rotation. I'm not gonna lie.
It's nightmare blend rotation. I did like the CW. I appreciate the
CW
CW.
did great.
I think that they did a really good job of telling me what was happening and being like chill, colloquial, shooting the shit.
Hmm.
It was a great balance of like I know who's pitting. And I know who's
Yes.
leaving the pits, and I know who left the
Yes.
pits first. Plus, like Parker's analysis, Parker's really good at that back and forth. It was just a
Hmm.
great booth. I really like the CW, and I like their new timing header on the bottom.
Hmm.
Some people were complaining about it. I didn't mind it. I wish the font
I
was
liked
bigger,
it.
but I'm also 32
Yeah.
and I need new glasses. So I did not mind it. I liked it. Underneath, that was good. I liked the booth. I mean, all the CW coverage was fine. The camera work was fine. Fox did
Hmm.
some really bad zoom ins a couple times where I was like, not this fucking shit again. Zoom out, zoom out. Like, why do we keep
Oh
zooming
my
in?
God. Who was it that wrecked where they were on like someone's rear view camera and you could see a wreck like you could see the smoke rising from a wreck happening in the background and they like stuck with it for like 15 more seconds? I was like, what are we doing? There's a wreck. Move to the big camera. What's happening? Is it Is the camera guy peeing? Is he having a snack? Is he having a cigarette? What's going on here? Oh my God, the amount of crashes on commercial breaks that they just didn't go back to because we were on side by side.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's so bad.
Biff does say CW is garbage for those of us in markets that they only broadcast in 480p. I am so sorry. I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
it was certainly, I think even for us,
that's
looked
so
like it
ass.
was filmed with a potato. But the rest of it was good enough that I was like, I don't care. This is I'll thrive. I'll live. It's Xfinity. I don't need it to be 1080p.
Marcos Fox's obsession with onboards is bananas. It's like watching someone's iRacing stream.
Yeah. Also, I do want to give a shout out to the Max onboard streams. I thought those were really freaking cool. We had one
Yeah.
up all throughout the race because we have two TVs now. We've got the command center. So we had someone on the bottom TV with the live stream from the in-car camera going. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
If we have that, we don't need so many in the broadcast. We can just say, if you want one, you can go do this thing.
Yeah. And show it from like time to time about like what's happening and things like that. I don't know.
So
We went on a lot of onboards here.
yeah, the Max subscription, by the way, it is not free. I believe it is $9.99, and I don't remember if that's for a month, but that's just for the on in yeah, $10 a month. It's the base package just for the onboards if you want just the onboards. I think the monthly subscription that we pay for Max overall is $16 a month, which is worth it because we watch a lot of stuff on there. Very worthwhile.
Are you watching Atlanta?
I am watching Atlanta. Of course I'm a fucking sicko. Of course I'm watching Atlanta.
And we will be watching Atlanta too. I'll be watching here on the Twitch channel and YouTube. Watch along, Elizabeth. Where can people find your work for this weekend? I know you mentioned the article coming out on your Substack. I think that's linked in your link tree that I'm posting in.
Yes. I am at planetf1.com. I've had a couple takes here this week. One on why NASCAR needs to listen to drivers like Ryan Preece when they say we need to stop these wrecks. One on like the winners and losers of the whole thing. Juan Pablo Montoya also had a lot of interesting perspectives on NASCAR versus Formula One. So I've written about all that. Deadly Passions, Terrible Joys. There is going to be a Substack tomorrow and also on Thursday. Tomorrow is going to be why NASCAR sucks. Thursday is going to be, oh God, what is Thursday? Oh, Thursday is some tips and advice for aspiring motorsport journalists on how to kind of break into the industry in a way that is interesting. So stay tuned. I have so many things. Also, there's a new podcast out about Enzo Ferrari's love life today. If you want to know all of the ladies he banged.
I do actually. How did you know?
I'm gonna be honest. Like I love the idea of this little greasy old man. I just do.
Everyone, thanks for listening to this podcast. This is a live recording that we do every Tuesday. Me and Elizabeth Blackstock. We do have a podcast that comes out on Thursday. Thanks to Chap in the chat who edits it. He listens to this app twice. So appreciate him editing it and posting it. So if you do miss this, you can rewatch the live streams. They're up for about 30 to 60 days, or you can listen to the podcast that comes out Thursdays wherever you listen to podcasts. However, in 10 minutes, we do have the F175 live from the O2 launch that you can watch on the Formula One YouTube. We're staying here. We're doing a watch along of the car launch. Really quickly, I just want to say a few thank yous. Intoxicately, thank you for the follow. Lawrence Rules. Big Ben for the 40 months, excuse me. Thank you so much for coming back and listening to me and Elizabeth yap all this time. 3.5 years of motorsport yapping. Love being part of this community and so glad I found my way here. Thank you for dealing with all of us and giving us a great place to talk about motorsport. You're absolutely welcome. Thanks for listening to us. Grant with the 16 months. Stepper, thanks for the follow. Design. Ballbag Boggins, giving out 5 subs to the community. If you got a sub, you better say thank you. It's very nice.
What a good name.
What a good name. Deject for the 24 months. Thank you. What's going on over here? I appreciate it. 2 freaking years, Deject. NASCAR fan for the 11th months. Almost a year. Oh my God. So close. And then Grimlocky, welcome on in here. Thank you so much for the follow. And if you're on the YouTube, we appreciate you too. I got both chats open. We're bumping and schmoovin'. Any favorite F1 car being released? I would have known. It needs to be released first. I don't have a favorite yet. Ask me after the F175 event. I don't know what's being released. If Alpine doesn't have a pink livery, I'm rioting. Only like the French do.
Oh,
Give it to me.
I'm taking it to the streets.
I'm taking it to the streets. Love a good double episode. Yeah, yeah. Don't go to work.
Back to back to back to back to back.
Stop.
We're staying here for
We're staying here,
19
baby.
hours.
Can't wait for the new Ferrari livery. It's gonna be red, I heard.
I hope it's not. I've heard, like, for some reason we're in the throes of the rumor mill at this point because there's no news happening and there's no F1 going on for several more months. So we've been like scraping the bottom of the barrel in terms of what we write about. And like, I think some pundit suggested that like the Ferrari may not be red this year because of Lewis Hamilton. And oh my God, the commenters on Planet F1 got so mad. They were like on this, they're still talking about it. I think we published a story in January and they're still like, Lewis is gonna change the color of the car. We can't have this.
I can't have this. I need to go use the restroom real quick. We do have 8 minutes and 49 seconds according to the Formula One YouTube TV. We can't play it here because I'm pretty sure F1 would kill us. But, yeah, we'll be here. You can watch both YouTube screens.
Have you not made a poll before, Christopher? I swear you've made them before. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I am very excited about this Formula One launch. Apparently, VCARB or Team RB or RB or Racing Bulls, whatever they want to be called this year, I'm not quite sure. They had run plans yesterday to go to Imola to do their preseason testing, and they had to cancel it because there was like legitimate concern that they were going to crash their car before they brought that car, because it's that car that they're bringing to the O2 Center launch. As a kind of heads up, this is a 2-hour program. There are all 10 teams that will be releasing their cars. I don't think all of them will have their exact liveries or even their 2025 bodywork on those cars, just because they want to kind of keep that under wraps until absolutely possible at preseason testing. But we will see some indication, I believe, of the liveries. Some drivers are here. Some drivers have not shown up, I recall. I think probably Max Verstappen is not going to be here. And there are some performers. There are presenters from F1 TV. If you watch F1 TV, you will recognize them. And what else have we got going on over there? I believe every team has like 8 minutes to present their car. I'm not confident in any of this, actually, if I'm completely honest. It's gonna be a thing. Brian King says, I wish they just did this at the first day of testing. I think that would be a lot more fun. I think that would make a lot more sense. But then if they did it at the first day of testing, which is in Bahrain, they're not going to end up having anyone there from London, which is apparently Formula One's single solitary target audience.
What did I miss?
We were talking about, I was giving like a rundown of what to expect from this O2 Center thing.
Is MBS giving a speech? Can that be my parlay? $5 on yes.
Oh, I hope he gives a speech and he says something that the FIA has to then come out and say, actually, that's not true. That's my parlay.
It's red Gatorade. That's what's going to be spilled on MBS at the end of this.
All right, I'm going to run to the bathroom now. It is my turn. I'll be right back.
We're swapping off here. We're just babysitting stream. If you guys didn't know, Joseph Newgarden released new merch today. So if you're a J New fan, it's actually really, really good. And I commented, I said, I need to know who designed this because I need them to design motorsport merch forever. Female fans are desperate for solid merch. And I had John reply to me saying, can confirm, male fans are too. Stuff like this is so much better. I don't need to look like I'm getting ready to make a dampener adjustment for my grandstand seat, which is so true. And I get it. You want to look like you're part of the team, and that's why we sell jerseys in other sports and things like that. But sometimes you just don't only want to wear that. You'd like to wear something else. So this looks real great, and I definitely agree with John. This is so funny. No worries, Grid. Just like, yeah, sometimes we've already talked about it or we're going on. Like when we're recording the podcast, it's a little bit harder because we gotta keep on track and can't like keep going to chat all the time. But now that we're doing F175 live, we're not recording anymore. We talk a bunch of shit.
We're not recording. I can stop this so Chris doesn't have a 4-hour file to
Yes, that
review
is. You
tomorrow.
can stop
Okay.
now. Hundo P.
Perfect.
I'll record on my end in
Recording
case we have any
stopped.
cool reactions to
Cool. Any
F175.
fun clippies? Oh,
Oh my god, live
thank
reaction
you.
YouTube video. Elizabeth taking
Live
videos of her cat.
reacts.
4 minutes 27 seconds if you're watching live on the YouTubes.
AJ and Gator are holding hands and sleeping together. They're so cute.
Positively awesome. Oh, she likes my
Oh.
puns.
And Gator just climbed on top of pizza.
Elizabeth really loves her cats.
I do really love my cats. Unfortunately, I adore them. More than, honestly, to a frankly embarrassing amount.
This is so funny. It's someone tweeted 2 pictures and said, yes, they're attending the same event. I don't know if you can see it, Elizabeth. So this is this one. And then all of a sudden, of course, Lewis Hamilton looking fly as fuck because it's Lewis Hamilton.
Big Lou.
But I don't know where Liam Lawson's going. Probably to his garage. Actually make a dampener adjustment.
I enjoy that he's got a new haircut for the year, I guess.
I mean, he looks cool, just not for. I mean, I don't. Like, Lewis is obviously clearly going somewhere cooler.
I don't think they had like a unified
It's not like a
dress
wedding
code.
invite where it tells you like black tie only.
It should have been because for all of the hype that they've given this, they should have had time to say this, but what am I supposed to know? Lewis Hamilton, the world's coolest guy.
What else am I seeing on Twitter for this reactions? I'm expecting some good live reactions. NASCAR media.
Live.
Fans, we don't like this. Drivers, we don't like this. Crews, we don't like this. At NASCAR media, this is the best the sport has ever been. I wonder if like the Steves are saying something. The Steves. Always giving me nothing.
Stinky Steves.
Oh, Yuki was asked about the cursing, and he says, I'm trying to practice so I don't get caught. And then Max said, I have no comment, or like, I'd rather not speak on this. Otherwise, I'll get in
That's
trouble.
funny.
So
I can't wait because I'm off work today, obviously. I think as you may have already been able to tell.
thank God.
But I'm stoked to kind of get back tomorrow and just like catch up on all of the because there were press conferences and whatnot beforehand, and we have 2 of our journalists there, Thomas Mayer and Sam Cooper, asking questions. So I can't wait to see kind of what they all had to say about stuff. I haven't heard from these fools in like 2 months.
The CW said it drew 1.8 million viewers for Saturday's NASCAR Xfinity race. That's huge.
That is huge.
That's as good as F1 in the United States.
I was gonna say that it's great considering the amount of people who said that they didn't have it locally, and the amount of people who also had 480p, and that's it.
I get annoyed that Formula One tweets this photo, the one I showed you of Lewis Hamilton, and writes aura, but yet they give him shit about his jewelry and tattoos and all this other stuff. Like, don't make up your mind. Are you pretending to like him or are you pretending not to like him? What are we doing here?
Unfortunately, Formula One is not run by their social media admin.
That's true.
So...
That's fair. Sorry, admin.
Yeah. I used to know the admin for Motorsport, motorsport.com,
cool.
and I always used to like message her and be like, this is shitty. And she'd be like, yeah, that was one of our wieners posting this, trying to get some reactions to stuff.
Yep, I know, but it's still the same concept. Yuki Tsunoda hits burnout, says him as Isaac Kajar pull up in a Honda S2000. How fun. Okay, I'm gonna remain positive. Believe it or not, everyone. This will be fun. We're having a good time. We're enjoying ourselves here. This will be a fun event. Fingers crossed. There's gonna be pros and cons, but this should be fun. We should be having fun.
We got this.
Yeah, no,
We got this.
We're gonna try not to be negative. I know it's easy to be. I'm sure Kane Brown is gonna sound great.
Also,
MGK.
shout out to F1 for living for 75 years. That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. NASCAR's a little bit older, but pretty cool.
NASCAR doesn't count. It's not apparently it's not a real series. As I've been saying, it's just fake now.
All right, 6 seconds, everyone. all 20 drivers, 10 teams, unveiled. Oh shit, let's go.
Let's go. Chat is disabled on the live stream on YouTube,
Of
which is
course it is.
sad.
It was just about a bunch of cursing.
I liked your response to the FIA with, let's
Oh yeah, the
fucking
FIA.
go.
No, I said this is fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
The FIA posted about F175 and showed like a bunch of drivers' eyes in their helmets, and I wrote, "This is fucking awesome," and that's what I'm gonna do on every single FIA post. Be like, "This is so fucking cool. This shit rocks."
I'm already tired of hearing British accents.
Don't worry, Kane Brown is coming.
Sorry. He'll save us.
Kane Brown save us from the British accent. So we're just seeing liveries, not the car. Is that correct?
I believe that is the case. I think it
It's like a
depends.
show
I think
car.
some, yeah, I think some might have their cars, and I think some might not. Who knows?
Live at the O2. We're clapping. We're cheering. It's dark in the room. Oh, there's lasers.
Recording in progress.
Chris says he wants to record it.
It'd be a bonus episode.
Yeah.
Okay, to all the people who gave Miami shit, by the way, for the driver intros, fuck you. What is this? Look at this.
Yeah, but it's not at a Grand Prix, so it's not distracting them from the important thing. I did tell Chap that we were going to record it for a special one, but we don't have to edit that one. We can just time it live.
No, it's
Producer.
currently just banned. Oh, yay. Look at our man opening the show. MGK, let's go, baby. Don't let us down.
This is insane.
Why is his guitar a razor? A razor
I don't
blade?
like it. I don't like any of this. Oh. Look, they brought a woman out. I'm glad that we've got one.
She's still in a bikini, though, but there's a
You
woman
can't
on
win all
stage.
your battles.
You think MBS is watching this and he's like, what the fuck? I didn't sign up for this.
I like the fire in the background. The men with tattoos.
I don't know this song. I still
I've
can't
never
believe
heard it.
Eminem made this man change genres this hard. Eminem roasted this man so hard. He's like, I guess I'll do the F1 fucking launch. I don't know these people. These people don't know me.
Yeah, I was not aware that he. Now we're getting into what appears to be the rap portion.
He made F1 ride with F1,
Ooh.
which is pretty cool.
Nothing says F1 more than a tattooed guy from Cleveland. Amen.
The best part of this is 90% of the team guests are old AF corporate types who will be clapping out of beat while being confused.
Why does Machine Gun Kelly look different to me today? Is that because he has facial hair?
He's wearing a collared shirt. He's wearing a shirt?
He's wearing a shirt.
Let's start with that one.
True. He does look like he's in his grunge era.
And the FIA were like, you're going to wear collars on the stage, okay?
We're buttoned up here.
We're buttoned up here. It's a professional event.
But critically, titties out.
Yeah, of course. Liam was dressing to MGK. That's true.
That's funny.
Gordon Ramsay has
Oh,
no idea
Gordon
what's happening.
Ramsay. Wow.
I hope he's not the only celebrity there and they're like, that's all we have.
Apparently, he's going to be doing more with F1 this year. They've had like
Chef
a
goes,
whole
what in the
ton of
Blink
stuff.
182 cosplay did I just turn on? Oh,
yeah, I
Steve-
didn't realize MGK had gone pop punk.
Yeah, Eminem roasted him so hard that he had to switch genres because no one took him seriously as a rapper anymore.
I
Just
don't
why
take
would
him
you
seriously as a
challenge?
pop punker?
Yeah, I don't take him seriously.
There's one white guy rapper. in the entire there's one that people know, and it is Eminem. Like you can't just usurp him.
You just don't fuck with him. You just don't say
Yeah.
something about his daughter and like, well, this is why your like whatever wife left you. It's like, where'd you think this was going to happen?
Yeah. No, that's not winning.
Chat,
I
are
like
you
the
enjoying
Raining
this?
Sparks.
The Raining Sparks is cool.
They should have a band member in the car. If there is one thing Formula One knows, it is stage direction.
Oh, there's a car though. Pyro guy having the time of his life. Oh, here we go. Jack Whitehall, everyone. Let's see how good he is. Oh, he's got a teleprompter. Woo, London.
Boo.
They should do this every year.
All right. All right.
At least we're all admitting that that's what this is.
Yeah.
It's just the same liveries over again.
I like Mr. Hyde. 10K fine for that joke.
Is the crowd booing Max Verstappen?
I think it is. We're getting a mix of both.
That's funny.
The George Russell slander.
Is this a roast? I'd love a
Hope
roast.
so.
There's no beef. Is he? Is he the nicest guy ever?
No. He's fine.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
George Russell would love trains. It's interesting to see who everyone's sitting with. Like, why is Oscar Piastri
Yeah.
sitting with Martin Brundle?
Yeah, what is this?
Why is he not sitting with the rest of his team?
He got there late.
Lewis.
Like a Fortnite character.
It's called having a fashion sense, okay, Jack? My boss 44. Ha! That's funny.
Wahoo.
Are we enjoying this roast?
I like this actually. I I think it would have been too much if they would have gone super serious.
Yeah. Charlotte Claire's like, oh God, please, I'm too little for this.
Ew.
Ew.
I'm just a little
I'm
guy.
just a little guy. This is way better than serious. Yeah, I agree.
Yames.
When do we make fun of Christian Horner?
I hope soon.
I am not a Valhead.
I'm a Valhead. Why are you not a Valhead? I'd go to the James Val's freak off.
Thanks for the thumbs up, Zach Brown, in your Aura rank. Should have said MGK.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about Zach Brown having a tramp stamp.
Zach Brown's not enjoying this.
The entire RB legal team at the table. If he makes fun of you, don't laugh. That's an admission of guilt.
Okay, okay. Good
Who's
job.
the guy between Jerry and Christian Horner? Why are you sitting not next to your next? Why are you not sitting next to your significant other? We'd like a good roast. I don't know who wrote that. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was
fun.
nice. I will take it.
Not stuffy.
Not stuffy. Making the Christian Horner is just a famous woman's husband joke always is a win with me.
Oh, always a win with me. We love Jerry.
Ew, Mike Hawthorne.
Oh, Kraken, we talked earlier about how
Francois Sevier mentioned, sorry.
and some UK folks saying that he's just not that funny.
He did a good job with that. Oh, am I crazy in saying that we're getting a Luca de Montezemolo documentary or like movie? I feel like I'm making that up, but I feel like I heard that for real.
UK folks don't know what fun is.
Ka-chunk.
Ashley and Elizabeth should host next year? How fun.
That
Two
would be
women?
fun.
That's too much.
I will be the crack smoker who's watching a Luca de Montezemolo documentary. Thank you. I love that man.
Yeah, get him, Stuart. Get him.
Get his ass.
Better than a half-hearted hype job from a host who kind of knows what racing is. I agree.
Yeah.
Way better.
Gator baby, you want to come watch? He does. Come here, Chief.
Schumacher. Do we think anything crazy's happening? Like someone's gonna walk out? It's gonna be like, oh my god.
I hope so. Oh. Come here, Chief. You ready to watch?
Oh my gosh, Alonso looks so young.
Remember when he was a baby
Yeah.
900 years ago? What if Michael walks out?
Oh, Charles Leclerc's such a baby. More competitive. Okay, but
Oh.
Kendall Jenner did not need to be in this promo.
See, we're relevant.
We paid her so much money, we might as well put her in there.
I like that they're celebrating 75 like it's the hundo.
What is this? The diamond anniversary? What are we getting for 75?
It's a good question. Gator baby, what do we get?
The paper
Pieces on.
anniversary.
He says I'm out of here. Are you out of here?
Or is someone walking around the cars? Do we just stare at the cars? What's happening here?
What's going on? Tense music. Oh,
it's like the Matrix.
A Sauber. Stop eating my corn, you little shit.
Excuse me, it's a Audi.
It's still a Sauber. Oh my god.
75 is
stop.
diamond? Oh, I'm a fucking genius.
Never heard of him.
Nico.
The most boring man in the world. Stop eating my headphones, you little stink. Thank you.
I don't know if I need these drivers yapping at me for each car.
I like it actually. A little intros. I'll take it.
They're doing this in constructor's orders from the back, probably.
Yeah.
Forgot they
Mr.
were Sauber
Clearing.
again. Been calling them Audi all break. They're finally fully owned by Audi, but yeah, they're not called Audi till next year.
Yeah. The branding hasn't changed just yet.
You gotta
This
fill
is
an
an
hour somehow.
insane amount of drumming
Well, they're not
for
actually drumming.
this. Well, insane amount of intro for this.
I know. That's why I was like, I don't want to do this for a whole hour. I feel like I should have smoked some weed before this.
I bet that would have ripped.
This would have ripped if I was high.
I am just haters.
No, Elizabeth likes this. What are you talking about? Elizabeth's the one complimenting it. This is an insane amount of intro for Kick Sauber. It's what Parrot's saying.
Yeah. Are you telling me that Sauber has the same amount of intro as everyone else?
Hustle harder.
No.
Sleeps for closers, Elizabeth.
Holy fuck.
Sauber went on
LinkedIn that
LinkedIn.
shit right now. Oh my god.
No, this doesn't come out of the cost cap. This is an F1 thing.
Oh
Somehow
my
they have money
God.
for this, but not for stewards.
Dude, what the fuck is this?
I feel like I'm on a Universal ride.
That's exactly it. I was trying to think of what I felt like, and that is exactly it.
This guy does the Halloween Horror Nights intro for sure. 100%.
F1 has breached the cost cap just for this presentation. Correct. I couldn't have ever guessed that the steak sour was going to be green. I am shocked. Oh, and the full moon in the background.
What is this? Hustle harder 2025, baby. What a motto.
I hope they all have a goofy ass motto like that.
We're just gonna make t-shirts.
Yes.
Gator says this is exactly as bad as I assumed it was gonna be.
He's tune the fuck out. Jesus Christ. You mean Lewis got all dressed up and he's gonna have to change into his suit? I want to see him handsome.
This would be sick if they weren't about to have a terrible season.
It's good. I am excited to see what they do for Ferrari.
Peaches Smoke won't come on in here. Oh, Michael, thanks for the 100 biddies. How drunk will the drivers be at the end of this? Max comes on stage, starts roasting people.
I like that the car is like following them. That's very Christine and very creepy. I can't believe Mattia Binotto's back. I'm not ready for this.
How long is this already taken up? It's 3:18. This is going to be longer
It's
than
a
an
2-hour stream. Yeah, it's a 2-hour.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Are you ready for this, Elizabeth? It's going to be
I
a
am.
long one.
I'm in for the long haul.
Get my footstool. Might as well get comfortable here.
Everyone gets snacks.
Jesus.
This really should have been an email. That's funny. Laura looks pretty.
I fucking love a jumpsuit.
I love a sequin jumpsuit.
Yeah, how are you feeling?
Energized.
Does he feel like he has to hustle harder?
I hope so.
Do you like the livery? I'd rather shorten that whole intro and get more out of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's kind of an anticlimactic intro. Anyway, Formula One has said 439,000 people were watching live on YouTube at the show open, rising to 824,000 now during Kick Sauber. The highest previous live event for F1 was 289,000 at their peak. So that's pretty cool.
Hope they launch that car through the fucking roof. That'd be so sick.
This is insane. Hustle harder is like their whole motto. I'm writing these down.
Yeah, I
I'm
wrote
taking
this
notes.
one down.
I'm taking notes. Hustle harder. Is
Why is
someone
someone screaming? Yeah.
Girl,
20 minutes of
that
intro for a
was
3-minute car show. I wish we got more talking.
like an actual interview would be nice. No.
Sad Joey sounds.
Well, what are they gonna have to
I don't know why
say?
he's here then. Just let our F1 TV people talk.
Oh, Ariana Bravo looks cute
She
too.
looks great. She's always on top of it.
Lawrence Bridal looks pretty slick. Okay, so ego stroke time.
I like the turtleneck. Yeah, Lauren.
Yeah. It's a slick little fit. Show me his shoes.
Charles Leclerc is gorgeous in person, honestly. Ethereal.
When he does the like media scrum after the race, it's like I just forget how to say words. I
Chiseled
get
by angels.
the same thing with Lewis.
I can't tell if she was in on that joke or actually wanted to move on.
Yeah, I know. First raw dog mention of he's not. I guess he is, but he got demoted. Hmm.
Williams.
Oh no, not Rizmaster. Ew.
Nice. I was gonna make me cry.
Give
that
me
weird?
Frank. No.
Look at that
Oh,
stash.
I got goosebumps.
Yeah, Williams understood the assignment.
Claire. Claire.
How can you not love Williams?
No, I'm not ready. You guys should postpone this O2 Center thing later. This is good.
The Williams one was incredible. The Kick
Yeah.
Sauber one I could have done without.
Yeah. Anyway, fun Nigel Mansell fact. When he went to Mexico, he used to complain that the food gave him diarrhea and an upset tummy, and so he would ship over cans and cans and cans of beans, and then pretend to be sick, so that he didn't have to talk to anyone after the race and run into the bathroom and hide
And to eat his beans.
and eat his beans. They'd like took the toilet paper out of the bathroom once because they were like, we're gonna call him on his bluff, and they did because he came out like nothing happened.
Ooh.
All right. Is that a matte blue?
Where are your drivers?
What?
Where are your drivers, Doug?
Maybe Carlos was the one who said, "Fuck that, I
I
ain't
like
coming."
I like how dark it is too. I like this blue.
It is nice. Oh, James. Oh,
Oh, okay. Oh, that's weird.
I'm glad that they've got James Vowles doing this.
They're
Like
gonna
taking
repel from the rafters.
his. Oh,
Carlos and Alex are one of these guys. You have to pick which one they are. I can't believe they called him the Riz Master. I know.
that's fucked up.
Sauber really had nothing to offer.
Yeah. Yes. I'm like, I don't want to say inappropriately excited about Carlos being at Williams, but what I mean by that is that I'm very excited, but I think I'm probably gonna be let down.
Yeah, I have good feelings about it, and hopefully
Yeah.
Carlos is as good as a leader as I think he can be, and really showcases that.
Yeah. I like the little graphic on the ground pointing to them with their name.
Best driver lineup in a decade, easily.
Yeah. What do you think, fellas? I don't like Alex Albon's haircut. I don't know what's going on here.
Improvement from last year. Thanks, Alex. Why isn't she just the host the whole thing? Like, I don't
Yeah, I know.
I love Ariana.
Carlos.
Carlos. That's funny.
God, next week is testing. I like the. Are they going to keep that Carlos graphic with the point into the
Yeah,
cockpit
I'm
for them
wondering.
for the
That'd
year?
be fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know that capital management firm invited everybody and their mother to their
Oh
suite.
yeah. Oh yeah. No.
Selfie, what is this,
I don't
2005?
I don't know how I feel about just instructing them to do that. This is too much. It was good until they forced James Vowles to do a selfie.
Love the video. Williams did a great job. I don't
They
know if they
did.
were in charge of their own stuff or whoever was, but I'm assuming they are.
Yeah.
Williams crushed it. That was great.
I'll put that in the work chat.
Yeah, Sauber's fine. I do like this. Oh, Lando looks so pissed. Just okay.
I
Do
like
we?
Williams.
Ha 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 ha.
I missed Valtteri Bottas already.
Someone learn Lando how to wear a jacket. Wait, what's wrong with his jacket? Oh, because he's not wearing it through his sleeves? That's fine.
La mullet.
This is going to be your year. Come on.
Oh my God.
Oh, no.
I'm starting that shit early.
Lando, blink twice if you're trapped. You know, he's got a Gen Z haircut. I can't blame him for that.
I can't blame him for it, but I can judge him for it. They hibernate like a bear.
Ha.
Okay, good. Good. I like that callback.
Piastri, he's so in. He loved that no swearing joke. He's just giggling in the background. So Martin Brundle's at a table with McLaren?
That's interesting. Just vibing, I guess. Never heard of him. That's good.
That's good. What? Oh, it's cool that they have their F1 Academy driver.
Yeah.
Visa. Cash. Can we just say V-carb?
Yes.
McLaren drew the short straw. I do not know who the gentleman is, but I'm assuming he has a big social media following.
It's interesting that they have chosen to do a pre-filmed clip.
English comedian, thank you, Stuart.
No. Yes.
She had a Yuki t-shirt. That's so funny.
I like the bleeping out of the wrong ones.
That's funny. That's funny. my God, she's so fun. She's so cute.
Yeah. Yeah, let her cook.
This video is overall fun. I find it strange. Like, you do want to admit that people don't know what your name is, or like maybe I think you're poking fun at yourself, which is fair.
Yeah. I mean,
I go back and forth on like how you want to market it, right? Like, do you want to be like, oh, people don't know who we are, don't care about our drivers, and like don't know, or is it like we're gonna poke fun of ourselves and people don't know, and we don't care, and we're having a good time?
I'm shocked that it was this team of all teams to do it.
VCarb has been pretty silly on social media and like threads and stuff like
guess.
that. Like Red Bull's silly, but VCarb is like a whole other level of silly.
They gotta be excited.
Wait, who are all these people? Everyone's got their own mini host.
They got a hype team. Oh, they're gonna pull off that's cute.
I want this guy to host next year. He's so good. I don't know who this guy is. I was just introduced to him. He's got charisma.
He's got the Riz.
This is the Rizzler that everyone wants. And he's also dressed so well. That's a great suit.
I love how different everyone has taken. As Apple Tree Leaf says, everyone got a different brief. I like that this car's white. Ooh.
He is swaggy AF. He's great. Ooh. What's up, Kraz? What's with the selfie? We're doing like the Oscar selfie?
What is this?
We're watching the F1 75 launch right now. Oh, I like that it's... You think it's so slow that they couldn't paint it? Oh, I like those little bulls, actually. That's cool.
That's cute.
That's cute.
If it wasn't painted, they would have done straight carbon, so there's at least paint.
Yeah.
Expect to be a little speedy. This is gonna go hard on the group chat.
I wish... that looks good.
I like it. It's crisp.
I like the green on the suits, too.
Mm-hmm. 2 bad weeks and those cars will be black as night. Yeah.
See, no blame.
Yeah.
I would like to blame someone, actually.
I have complaints.
I usually just blame Corey LaJoy.
Thanks, Corey.
Who is this?
I have no idea.
Peter Bayer, thank you. We're gonna have events? Musicians?
A metaverse.
Oh no. Are we just doing crypto all over again?
I think so.
Oh my god, I love the little bulls.
I think they're cute.
Vicky says I don't like the little bulls. Kind of looks like a Pinterest tattoo. I can see where you think that. That's fair.
Yes.
And I appreciate for a differing opinion.
See, Peter Bayer, I've never actually seen him.
I didn't realize they had their own separate CEO. I thought that Red Bull just took care of everything. I didn't realize.
No, they've got their own CEO. I've never laid eyes on them.
Yeah, I've never seen this man
him
ever.
before.
I don't understand what he meant by like they're gonna have entertainment. I need to look into that more.
I'm asking questions in the work group chat. No one is answering because they're all at the event.
They didn't invite you? What the fuck?
I mean, they live in London,
So?
so
Oh, no.
it's
No.
the quarter time show.
Couldn't even get to 5 cars.
I will not. I will welcome North Carolina him.
Did you say how we're feeling F1? Or did you say something else? Because that was hilarious. Lawrence, I know what CEOs do. I was could never seen this man in my life. What a target audience for a big truck, big lift.
I like that the lights appear to be a little bit off the beat, which I think is the whitest thing that could possibly have happened.
Why doesn't he have a band? This is so awkward.
I don't know about any of this.
Precisely 3 people in this room have seen a lifted truck, and 2 of them are Zach Browd.
God. What's the Applebee's theme song doing in London? This is insane.
He's just standing there.
He's like not even dancing. Kane, baby, I need you to take a selfie real quick.
Woo! No one knows who you are. What do you know about this side?
No. Did they really pick this artisan song because of its metaphor involving driving? Probably. And he's just gonna walk off. That was the least hypey thing I've ever seen in my whole life. Good riddance, Kane Brown.
We could have just not had that.
So, America's F1 team, shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah, we're gazooing right hard. What's this fisheye lens in his fucking face? What is happening? What's the American way? Stop.
Badly.
He didn't bring it. He bought a team that was based.
Yes, they are!
Shake up the establishment.
They're gonna show us Grosjean through the flames.
Yep.
Yep. The Haas F1 team from Skibidi, Ohio.
I was here to blow up some engines, my guy, not shake the establishment.
I don't like this. Haas stop being cringe challenge failed. I love the like
I hate all of this.
overdone graphics of this. Like the crispy memes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so funny. Oh my God, look at this. Oh my God.
Again, do they think this is what America is? Shake up. I like the black.
If there's anyone that I trust to do America well, it is Esteban Ocon. That man just seems like he's here to have a good time.
Yeah, I don't mind the car. The car looks fine. The livery looks great. Okay, if we actually had Lenny Kravitz though instead of Kane Brown, I would have been so fucking lit. Deadass.
That would have
I
been
love
sick.
Lenny Kravitz. If you sing American Woman, get away from me. Stop. I would have lost my shit.
I like the Haas on the side pod. That looks nice. Jackie Stewart. Jackie looks like
That whole table full of white men does not look pleased. Can someone please screen grab that for the Discord? That is so funny. Oh my God, how do I find this again? That was so fucking funny. David Coulthard.
I love this, like, in the background, all of these shots of American places that we don't go in Formula One.
Oh, sorry, I'm snipping that. That is so fucking funny. I'm dying.
Hi, Oliver Behrman. You seem like a nice boy.
Oh, we're still going.
Yeah, they're still walking up to the car. Are they not going to let Ayo Komatsu out? Free him.
Let Haas gazoo.
Yeah, there he is. I fucking love Ayo Komatsu.
Oh man, I'm still behind. Oh, there he is.
Behrman is like 18 or 19.
Yeah, Behrman's a child. Dude is fucking tall though.
Did Behrman have to get signed out from middle school to be here?
I'm trying to find that like meme. You know how that's like a wine label and it says exciting whites? I want to find one that says mild whites and like post an image of that table.
It's funny.
Oh, debut season. I thought you said something else.
What did you think he said?
What's a good label for this picture though of all these like
I'm sending you a
how do
meme that I was...
chat make me funny? What's a good one for this? I can't put the mild whites picture with that picture. No seasoning in sight.
I like the graphics and shit on the floor. That looks really cool. The Statler and Waldorf table is not amused.
That's good. There's so many memes.
Fernando Alonso versus time.
Ooh, I love that blue on Fernando Alonso. He looks great.
Mm-hmm. Emerson.
If they did this every year, we have so many memes for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, I know. Chris, I like that you called it the F1 pep rally.
The tax evasion joke didn't go go over well with the F1 folks. Well, can't win everyone over, can you?
Are we dreaming, Alpine? I don't know about that slogan. What the fuck?
Hustle harder. Are we dreaming?
Who's this goober? Is this that's an artist?
Is this an actual DJ I should know, guys? Oh, no, his name Are We Dreaming? Oh.
I don't like his hair.
It's like my
He
mom.
wants to talk to a manager.
Looks like
Rise higher.
Ivan Drago from the Rocky movies. Like he got CTE'd so hard from the Rocky knockout, he decided to take DJ up.
This sucks.
If he drives, he drives.
Show me Jackie Stewart again. I want to know what he thinks about this.
How did they pick the order? We think Constructors' Championship backwards.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, this is the order.
It's just awkward when they're by themselves and there's no other like visual. It's like this poor dude is just slapping the table. I thought the composer was someone else. I don't think this is the composer. I thought the composer was Brian Tyler. He does
Is
like
this
the
Brian
Marvel
Tyler's
songs.
fake name?
Unless this is his like side hustle.
Yeah, we're doing reverse championship order. Confirmed.
That's Brian. I thought Brian Tyler had brunette hair. We can easily solve.
Oh my God! It is him! What the fuck?
Oh, that's embarrassing.
What the fuck?
How much I want to bet you that no one else knew that besides Stewart?
What the fuck? I don't like it.
Who's this? Every shot to an older person in the crowd is like,
This is...
I mean, Kane Brown was pretty bad. It was just awkward for him. And like, this is not the big truck, big lift crowd.
I hate France.
Sorry, Brian.
France had something to do with this. France commissioned this
That's a good point. Why is he out there for so long? Like, let's go.
so that the Alpine drivers don't have to say anything. This is lasting forever.
Discotheque, let's go. Brian Tyler's American, so I'm more confused. Yeah, why isn't he making like a remix of the F1 theme? That would have been fucking sick.
That would be cool. Is this what Formula EJ was supposed to be like? Yes. What a stupid concept. Jesus Christ. Show me the fucking car.
What if they don't have it?
If they don't have it and they wasted my time like this.
Overall, this is a cool event. Do not get me wrong. If we can just like
Yeah.
button up a few things, I think we could just do this every fucking year, you know?
It feels like everyone had very different understandings of what the goal was here.
Yeah.
Like every team came into this with something different. God, brother, pack it up.
They're taping the car back together backstage. It fell apart during transport. This is what Alpine's engine's going to sound like after FP1.
All right, pink, blue.
Okay, I like it. I like a little bit
That's
more
not bad.
pink.
They're about to bring Jack Doohan out and execute him on stage. Franco Colapinto's back, baby.
This is actually... what's that movie with Florence Pugh? Midsommar, but for Jack Doohan, and they're going to sacrifice him on stage.
Oh my goodness. I love that movie so much.
Midsommar.
Midsommar is one of my comfort movies.
I like that they added more pink. I feel like we should go full
do.
pink, but
This sucks. Not the car, but
yeah, whatever the fuck this is. Long ass intro.
I hope no one is here from Alpine. I hope this is it.
Midsommar is a comfort movie.
They're climbing. They're ascending.
Ah.
Midsummer is extremely fucked up when you're the guy in the relationship with the woman who loves it, and when the guy's name who gets killed is Chris.
Yeah, chap, watch it. If you make fun of me, I'm going to snitch on Elizabeth. Hey, Chrissy. Nah, you went to Turkey, dude. Nice try.
I hate that they both shake their head. It pisses me off.
You know, Schumacher Cruises is associated with Alpine. Is that what you're saying?
Oliver Oaks.
What a dork. I love him. He gives 0 fucks.
Not a single fuck given. That was, they really...
That intro is more minutes long than Alpine will score points this year. I need to figure out how long Alpine's intro is. Oh my god, these are Academy drivers?
Cute.
Yay!
Show me. Does F1 Academy have fit checks for all of the drivers? They do. Yes.
They do what?
They F1 Academy posted a fit check of all of their drivers.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, cute.
I do like this new shout. Oh, we should have had Lily Herman here. That would have been hilarious.
Oh my God, that would have been good. Frick. Wish I'd thought of that.
Yes.
Ladies.
Dorian Pont.
Yes.
I like this F2, F3, F1 Academy highlight.
That was good. Thanks, Lucy.
Dorian's there?
Yeah.
I haven't seen her.
She's too short. You couldn't see her. She's tied back there.
Dorian Pont. Nice. That's right. We love our racing marshals,
They're
baby.
booing the FIA.
But we're celebrating Pirelli. Yeah.
I will give it up for Pirelli.
Woo! That was so fucking funny. That booing was incredible. Someone clip that.
Why are there sirens for Aston Martin? Why do we have searchlights for Aston Martin?
Shorty call 911. You know you're fucked up when Pirelli has more dead cheers than you. Fucking tire manufacturer. Bring back the rainbow Pirellis. Oh, James Bond, fucking
What
classic.
the fuck?
A little too 0018, 0014. Nice, nice. It's the ambulance for Alonso.
Oh my God.
Ta-da!
You know what?
This is so campy. No, I love it.
Camp it up.
Yeah, yeah. I think they know. This is pretty
Yeah.
campy. Like they're embracing the right amount of camp.
Please rappel down. Please, please, please.
Stop. I would lose my shit if they did. That'd be so amazing.
What do we have here?
It'd be cooler if they had Daniel Craig.
It would be.
Or like Pierce Brosnan. Get all the James Bonds out here.
Oh, they're wearing the suits. Mm.
Probably can't see shit.
Yes. I forgot about Lance Stroll.
I did forget about Lance Stroll. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Just as you said that, I was like, "Who's the other guy next to him?" I know it's pretty.
I was like, who's his teammate?
They're not gonna do the shooting thing down the barrel. Oh,
What was
nice.
this?
Is this the hill that they named Aston Martin on?
Ooh. The man's. Who is this animator? Is this the one who did the Le Mans 55 documentary? Or not documentary, but the...
Aston.
Oh, they're so British.
Yeah, I really like this animation. This is cool.
Lance Stroll's fucking face popping up is so funny.
You think it's AI? I don't think so. Guess we'll find out.
Just bring up Jess Hawkins.
We are Aston Martin. Thank you so much.
I forgot.
I still prefer hustle harder, but whatever.
It's all been downhill since Hustle Harder.
It's honestly can't top hustle harder.
Ooh.
One of my buddies, nice of them to have Fernando walk out with a Make-A-Wish kid.
Ooh, who is this?
I can't see.
Thames. Aston Martin brought a woman.
I don't understand. Does everyone get to bring their own artist?
I guess so. This is good.
She's a great singer.
Mhm.
See, but like she has like the live orchestra is beautiful. Her voice is
Yes.
great. Like there's stuff happening. Cameron was just fucking standing there like a dipshit.
Yeah, exactly. That's good. She's
She's
being
actually the
Christined
driver.
by the car again.
She's actually replacing Lance Stroll halfway through the season.
Lawrence.
Why are him and David Coulthard wearing a scarf inside?
I have no idea.
It's like a fashion thing. I don't know about men's
Probably.
fashion and like the scarf around the. Yes, we're talking about the F1 75 live at the O2 and live on YouTube if you want to watch along.
I'll copy paste the link here.
Oh, it's fashion. Sorry.
I don't get fashion.
I do like a live band.
Mm-hmm.
This is just like long again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still have 4 more teams.
Oh, she's from Nigeria. A singer, songwriter, and record producer.
What's adding so much class to the sport? This whole thing?
I bet the mild whites will be loving this. It's them boys.
The boy Stroll
I like
looks like
the
he's
yellow-
smelling something badly.
It's just how that's just his face.
Yeah, that was great. The performance is good. I like this a lot.
Mhm. It's like, who is this? I don't recognize him. It's the guy who replaced Mike Crack.
Seeing them without being in their like team kit, I'm like, who are you? For
Yeah,
a second.
I know. Thank you for the insight.
Thanks, Stroll. Woo! Hi, Fernando Alonso. That's the shit house I know. I missed you, Fernando
Impressive.
Alonso.
So, It's really funny because if you want a good quote from Fernando Alonso, you have to like stroke his ego in your question. So you can't just be like, "Why were you bad this weekend?" You have to be like, "We saw you battling against the car and it looked so tough and you did so well. What happened?" And then
Um,
he will explain to you.
wait, this man is here and he's not hosting?
Ooh.
I
What
love
did
Adrian.
Idris Elba just buy into the other day? Hmm.
Oh, I see the Red Bull table. That's so funny.
Is this a new clip?
It is a new clip.
This is fun.
Oh, I like this.
These camera angles are gonna be so cool.
I'd rather watch the making of the F1 movie than the actual F1 movie.
Oh, this
Lewis, so funny.
he's so good. Oh boy. God, I don't know how the plot's gonna be, but damn, is it gonna be a good looking film?
Yeah, if they aired this every single race weekend, just like this whole entire
Yeah.
clip, they get a lot of people for sure. Motherfucker, you're not running up over Rouge. Get the fuck out of here. What do you have a death? Not a death wish, but like, what are you, masochist?
Yes.
No one's running that spot track. That's insane.
Dang. All right, that looks unfortunately so sick.
Yeah. Why does he keep making my crack jokes?
Because it's funny. I'm sure he wrote this before Mike Crack got fired, which was recent.
Red Bull's communication person at the table with Red Bull is so funny. Come on, Mercedes, give me something here.
Ooh. Oh, Avis mention!
Is that Brooklyn?
Avis.
Oh, I meant the circuit they were racing on in the beginning.
Avis.
Oh. Thank you. Hmm. Not everyone's showing their academy drivers, and Mercedes doing a good job.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good.
Oh, I love that.
Yeehaw.
Thank you, Berto.
All right.
This could be silver.
Oh, they're going to do a pit stop?
No.
They are.
I hope someone fucks up. Just for the memes.
Oh, so slow.
What is the point of this?
I don't I don't get it. It's a silver pit stop.
What was the point of that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Wait, is it blue and black? I can't see it!
It looks gray on
Oh,
the
there
tippy
it's.
top.
Yeah, there's the gray.
Yeah.
So I'm like 2 seconds behind you.
It's a Mercedes.
Hey!
Ooh. Hmm. This car moving slowly across the floor is insanely weird.
There's our boys. Shaboys!
Sheboygan.
Let's hear what Antonelli has to say. You guys don't think any of these liveries are going to make it to track? Why?
The numbers are there.
What are you guys saying? What?
I think that there are going to be changes to the car
Yeah.
before the season. I don't know if everyone's going to release their livery tonight, too.
I thought today was the point was to release the livery tonight, and then
I think
we
that is
see
the
the
point,
car
but I
on the
think
car launch on their individual launches.
I think teams have opted against in certain instances.
What up, Toto? Oh, I like their race suits on the side.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
You don't like the silver roll hoop?
Yeah, they've got the number on the car. If you look on the very back of
Yeah.
that wing, it is so tiny.
Also, you brought your sister a general admission ticket. That's kind of dick.
That's really funny. Was Antonio Giovinazzi the last Italian driver?
Who'd she say?
Was Antonio Giovinazzi the last Italian driver?
Yeah, Italian Jesus. I can't think of anyone else who was.
Man, Italy really fell off, huh? That intro had potential and
George's wave was
did
weird.
not follow through. George is just weird. What do you mean didn't Tony Fire? Tony Fire tested at Abu Dhabi this last year.
Very German.
Every team needs a dream. Lame.
Every team needs a dream. Write it down. Oh, yay, Gordon Ramsay. Oh my God. I do love a corporate freebie.
Yeah! They're canceling his brand deal right now.
Gordon. Oh! I'm buying Gordon Ramsay pants tonight. Yeah, they tried to mute that and didn't work.
Larking about. Oh my God. Daniel Ricciardo mentioned he doesn't even exist here anymore.
I don't know if that was on purpose and they tried to mute it for like a joke and they just failed.
I think they moved the microphone away before he could say
Yeah,
it.
but did they know he was going to say that?
I don't think so, but I think they caught what he was doing while he was getting there.
With glasses, you look like her. Fernando.
Cute little montage.
Oh.
My mom had followed, she'd be my dad.
We need an Oscar grimace to the camera.
That'd be funny.
All right. Give me the three that everyone wants to fucking see.
Red Bull Racing.
They're going to have an in memoriam segment for Daniel Ricciardo.
Rolling Stones. I imagine something less predictable.
If Red Bull does a shit job, then I would be very upset. As in, like, you have all this money and you are Red Bull Racing. I got the FIA is banning language, but we're playing promo vids with the words bleeped out.
Boo! He's getting a lot of boos.
Oh, mixed reaction. Wow, tough crowd. Yeah, but everyone's lost people. Everyone's lost and exchanged people inside the thing. I don't think they're going to be that much slower.
Yeah, I know.
We're going to find out if Adrian knew he was a good boss. That's what we're going to find out.
Car culture.
You think it's navy blue?
You think so? Do you think it's gonna have a bow on it? Oh my God.
It's not a Lightning McQueen car? Sad. Oh, classic Red Bull. This is what I was expecting. Why do they keep leaving the video?
What is this?
Oh, this is fun. Yeah. Give me some drifting, baby. Doing circles won't help you catch up to the... Oh, maybe in Milton Keynes.
Yeah.
Why do they keep cutting away from the video?
I don't know.
Leave the chicane and get here now. That's cute.
The chicken. They keep, I think the camera direction is assuming that this is done and it's not, and they keep cutting back.
I need a guy called Spike on my team.
Everyone needs a guy called Spike. There's too many British accents in this.
This is a really long video. Like, I get what Red Bull's trying to do, but like,
Did they like,
damn.
yeah. This is so much. You're losing the hype that you're building.
I feel about the crowd who brought tickets for this event and the videos are longer than the actual presentations.
Yeah, that's funny. The shit that I could watch on YouTube.
What do they really pay for?
It's a good question.
Oh my god, it's navy blue. There's bulls on it. I ain't fucking
Whoa!
Wow.
I'm so
Oh, that's fun.
they I'm trying to con what did they do to Liam Lawson?
Let me see. I can't see him yet. I didn't
Did they
focus on him.
they fuckboyified him?
Probably. Like
His
every
hair looks
presentation ever.
so stupid.
I think it's just a dude. It's just that we're just old, Elizabeth, and we're not men. He's like a 20-something-year-old
Yes.
young dude.
Yeah, but they fuckboyified him.
He's rushing a Duke this fall. I don't know what you're talking about.
I am
He
so
used to be
nervous.
a fucking Bama. He's gonna be a Lambda Chi Alpha or some shit or Pike. Wow, what a mixed crowd. What haters.
Are they cutting to Ferrari in the middle of this? What the fuck is happening?
I don't understand. Are we just Did everyone take so long that we can't talk to Red Bull?
Oh my God, they're cutting it off. This is so funny. It is Enzo's birthday.
Happy birthday, Enzo. Did they cut Red Bull?
That's funny. Wolfgang von Trips mention.
Yeah, we know that guy.
I love that guy. Here's to his pioneering spirit and to all the bitches he fucked. Here's to Enzo Ferrari. This is so funny.
Wolfgang von Drips, no cap. We're gonna grow taffy.
Oh,
that's
the
cool.
sketch.
I like this.
Okay, okay.
Is it gonna be white?
Give me a Nart Ferrari.
Passion.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay, now this looks like AI.
Yeah. Yeah, the 312T.
I mean, yeah, look at that thing. Bring out the 499p cowards.
Innovation.
Oh my God, stop with these buzzwords. KPIs.
I wish someone would bust out KPIs.
Should be HP Blue. Hells yeah. Really bring out that logo. Disruption. What's the other word we always use? Game changer.
Game changer. Synergy. That's the word.
ABR. Always be red. All right, Ferrari. This isn't about you. Let's hurry the fuck up here.
We belong to racing. Okay.
Interesting.
Show me Sir Lou.
This Italian re-education program sucks.
What do we got? Oh my God, it's red.
Wow, I did not see
Oh
that
my
happening.
God. Who could have thunk? They do have a white and black nose, though. I like that.
Wah wah wee wah. Oh, we got like a little stripe thing happening.
Pretty slick.
It has a mustache. God, HP, why would you do this?
No, I like it.
I think it has both their numbers. One side has Charlotte Leclerc, one side has
Yeah.
Lewis Hamilton.
Yes! Oh my God, Fred Vasseur, let's
It's
go!
Lewis Hamilton! Ah!
Oh. Oh, I love them. Show me Sylvia.
It looks like a Ferrari. It looks like a Ferrari.
Mario!
Oh, HP, get out of here. I'm surprised they invited him.
Mario?
Yeah.
They like Mario. They don't like his son.
Ah.
Oh, Lewis. Lewis.
Success.
I love him so much. Yes.
Fantastic and magic. I love it. I hated the whites for the HP logo. Fuck you, HP.
No, I love it.
If it was without the HP logo, I would have loved it. But it's only for the HP logo. Hello, Charles Leclerc. Yeah, if you Google it, it has to about why we all hate Michael in the open wheel racing side.
Mikey.
Why do we hate HP? Because they just like it just like ruins the whole thing.
Speaking of HP, where's Hugh Katz?
Probably at in class.
Hugh Katz is
Sadly.
at school. This class is canceled.
Yeah,
This is class.
Look up into the kart championship. The
Debacle.
championship auto racing teams debacle. They're still a little They're still a little annoyed about that, even though it happened in like 1991, 1990. I wasn't even born yet.
Yeah.
Hi, Lewis.
Invigorated. Go.
Ooh, that's a good word.
I know I can trust Lewis Hamilton to bust out a thesaurus. I just know it.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I
What a good trio.
I am so
I enjoy
I am
everyone in
gonna
that
be
trio.
I'm gonna become the biggest Ferrari
Is
slut this year.
there another trio that I like?
No.
I have no beef with Haas.
I have beef with Gene Haas, who ruins the vibe that the others bring. But I also haven't seen the others vibe enough.
All right. Give me this papaya.
Joe Biden, Barack Obama, and
And
Ryan
Ryan
Blaney
Blaney.
are my big three.
Wow.
Victory Travels and Louis Vuitton.
Ugh. We got 20 more minutes. Let's wrap this up.
Yeah, I know.
We've been yapping too long.
And there's that fucking still another musical act.
Oh yeah, that band.
Yeah.
Why? Just now? Everything before that sucked. Oh, okay. Then lower ticket prices, you son of a bitch. We're all getting a Louis Vuitton purse.
That's funny.
I'm not cheering for Bernie Ecclestone.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Bernie Ecclestone only gave a fuck about his bottom line. He literally
Why are we
the only
glazing
good thing
Bernie?
the only good thing he's ever done is reject knighthood because he was like, I didn't do this for y'all. I did this for me. And I was like, all right, I can respect that. Maybe Bernie has some
Just because
incurable
someone's
disease.
dying doesn't mean we need to glaze them. I hate that whole thing about being a human being, being like, oh, they're deathly ill. We need to suddenly forget all their flaws and everything they've ever done to terrorize people. Ridiculous.
They're gonna do the musical act now. I bet it. Oh no.
We're going to sports wash this Gremwood one last time. Yes, this was in a reverse constructor's order.
Oh, first McLaren mention. Dude, I'm fucking thriving today.
You should do a YouTube video of the breakdown of all this stuff and all the videos.
That'd be fun. Who are these guys?
I hate how good their red was in the Marlboro livery era.
That's so sick.
See, I like how we're zooming through this instead of...
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That was a great transition.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, never stop racing.
I like that.
You know, we still like hustle harder or never stop racing. Should have done a bingo game for this.
Oh, that would have been funny. A drinking game.
Oh no, we wasted by 5. We're ready for happy hour, baby. Wow, they brought a lot of cars. Oh, they have...
That's cool. What if it's not papaya this year? What if it's
Oh my gosh, Elizabeth.
what?
What if it's not?
Yeah. Andrea Stella. Oh, they got Martin Brundle. This is fucking
Eh.
downhill from here.
I do like Andrea Stella.
He's great.
He looks like he's just dressed up for race day. I love it. Yeah, this is great framing because we can't see Zach Brown. Oh, they moved him over.
Zachariah.
Why can't this camera guy fucking move? What are we doing? Why does everyone keep saying good evening? We're an hour and 45 minutes into this.
Because it's still evening there.
They know. Just keep yapping.
Are they gonna say good night?
We've welcomed everybody.
But Andrea Stella hasn't personally said good evening.
And they're not saying good evening, goodbye.
Ooh. 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 I like the black.
I can't. I need a side view. I like the MasterCard.
The MasterCard and the wing looks good.
Ooh.
I like it.
I hope they tell me to put my jammies on.
I wish they had done the. Did you see the like camouflage livery that they had during their like filming? I wish they'd kept that. That was really cool. I knew they weren't gonna, but I liked it. Hey, Oscar.
Hi, Oscar. Hi, Lando. Dude, they gotta fucking hustle over there. Gotta start speed walking, guys. We got 13 minutes left.
Get him a scooter.
Wait, let me look at those side pods. Needs more blue, I agree. I do like the little touches of blue.
Mm.
Bro, who is this cameraman?
Good evening again.
Oh, just the British fans? Took that personally.
British bias once again in Formula One media?
Oscar, you're a little baby. What are you... He's talking to me and me alone. What's Alwyn?
Big wieners.
That's the blue on their cars. Oh no. Global lottery operator.
Oof. Let's get a selfie. You never stop driving it. Oh boy.
Don't thank the FIA. Don't thank the FIA. Don't thank the FIA. They run the British National Lottery. Thank you.
So much gambling. We should go back to the good old days when gambling was a bad thing.
Yeah, and we only had talked about cigarettes.
Yeah, and cigarettes were good for you.
No, Zach Brown loves the FIA.
And here's to you, fans.
They felt far too long. I can't really justify what they charged for this with a runtime under 2 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, H-Cats?
Telling Chat that he smells right off the bat. Hugh Cats, I missed you.
Yeah, Red Bull just looked like Red Bull. I'm assuming because we didn't really see it because they cut them short or like.
Yeah.
Chat, what did you think? I thought it was fine. I'm glad I'm home.
I thought it
though.
was.
Unless there's some like crazy
Yeah.
after parties.
Yeah, if there was after parties, maybe that'd be fun. I mean, I won't discount that I bet it's a lot of fun to be there and be very drunk and heckling everyone because
Yeah,
I
sure.
think that would be fun. I would be there screaming.
Yeah, I like that it was a roast in the beginning.
Yeah.
We feel like we should do this every year. This is fun.
Yeah. I think I didn't hate it. I think if they polished it a little bit more and they had more of a like a unifying theme, that would be very cool.
We can stop watching, right?
Yeah, I don't know who these three men are, and I'm not interested.
They look like a bunch of assassins. You've never heard of these people? I've never heard of them either. I think they are predominantly UK or
British.
British.
Yeah, if they've tightened the leashes on the teams, if they give them more directives of like, here's what we're looking for, I feel like we would have had a much more cohesive event.
Yeah, I forgot who mentioned this, but it's that they each got different briefs of what they were supposed to do, and like none of it was the same, and some of it was too long, and like if they like tightened that up of like make a video, 30 seconds, that's it. You all talk, you all leave, call it a day.
I thought the blend of like putting in the oh my God, the team like the what Alpine and like that's weird. Too much going on stage with nothing happening.
Yeah.
And then the contrast with the teams that just had videos and then the other teams that had more on stage stuff, it just felt like everyone was kind of off. They're just off.
Like some of the performances, but the Alpine one was painful. Yeah, and that was like the guy who composed the F1 theme song, and I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, I know. Now that I know he's a fucking nerd, I don't like the theme song anymore.
Fucking nerd. Well, Chad, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
It's fun.
I think there's some car launches happening still this week, maybe something from the teams.
Yeah.
But I swear to God, there was supposed to be a Williams one on Friday, and I feel like nobody talked about it nor cared.
There was.
Nor like
we wrote a lot about it.
I saw like nothing in our Discord. I feel like no, like I think someone like posted a couple tweets about it, and then we all like moved on. It was so funny.
Yeah, that happened. No one's ready for F1 to be back yet.
We're like, oh, we're all just sleepy little guys. We will see you all next week. I'll be here on Sunday to do a watch along for Atlanta. I don't think there's any other race going. I was like, what are we doing? No, there's not. F1's not here. IndyCar's not here. Nothing else is here. Make sure you follow Elizabeth everywhere where Elizabeth is. I'll drop all her links in the chats. If you're on the YouTube, if you're on the Twitch, thank you so much for following along. Make sure you either like, subscribe, follow, whatever that you're supposed to do on all these streaming platforms. And we will see you guys next week with me and Elizabeth, myself here on Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thanks, everyone. We appreciate it. It was a long one, but we stuck it out. We did it. We had fun.
I call dibs on being Waldorf. You could be Statler.
I don't know who either of those people are.
Oh, you've never watched The Muppets?
Oh, is that what their names is?
They're the two old guys in the balcony who constantly make fun of everyone.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll take whoever. I'll take whoever's left.
Yeah. I want to be.
I want to be Bert and Ernie.
I want to be Oscar.
Piastri.
Go to work. You got like 4 minutes left. That's fine. You can do it.
Don't go to work.
Bye, everyone. Have a great rest of your week. We appreciate you.